Good morning. Good morning, guys. How are you all? I hope everyone is cool. I'm struggling with this internet speed. Talk to the money again today. Hope they will fix it. Buffer is killing me. However, if there is anyone, please let me know. I can see RS as usual. Thank you, brother, for being the first guy who is gonna comment to this live every day. Thank you, RS, for coming over here. Hey, Julian, how are you, brother? I think I'm not seeing you right at these times because I don't see your comment. Julian, you are absent, right? If I'm not wrong. Just let me know. At the same time, who else is here? Let me know that. Make sure all of you have pushed the like button. Forgotten already. If you don't like, then just push the dislike button. But do something. And please let me know who else is over here. Hey, Derek. Good morning, brother. NQ Slayer. It's gonna be a difficult day for me. NQ is here. Okay, let's see. NQ, we can beat you or not. How are you, brother? By the way, good morning. I'm just kidding. Geeta. Hello, brother. How are you, sister? Sister, I think my sister Geeta is a girl's name. You're cool, sister. Man. Who else is here? Let's see how many of you are here. Sophia is here. Hello, hello, sister. How are you, sis? How are you? When I see your name, I start to think about I'm gonna tell until or not. Should I tell as long as or not? When I see your name, I always remember that I have to avoid that until word. Thank you, sister, for that. I really appreciate it. Okay, so how many people did I get? RS, Julian, Dorek, NQ Slayer, Geeta, Sophia. Who else is here? Please, let me know who else is here. Well, it's also about using not, but don't worry about it. Thank you. Yeah, I will just avoid that word until because if I would love to avoid not, then it's gonna be difficult for me. I like it, you were just like me, zero ego for the most part. Thank you, man. I'm just kidding. You know that, brother. We are all brother over here. Hey, Kuva, cheese, cheese, Kuva. Good morning, brother. How is my nephew, brother? Is he good? How many teeth do we get, brother? Please let me know. The two sentence I said you will solve it. Thank you, Sophia. I'm struggling. I'm just trying. Hey, Audrey. Good morning, brother. Kuva, almost correct. Okay, I'll fix it very soon. Okay, I can see Jamie is here. Why you were so early today, Jamie? How are you, brother? Still too, but sharp as oh man, yeah. Very soon we are going to get another teeth. Very soon, brother. However, this is the calendar, and today is Wednesday. You can see we have some kind of news around 10 a.m. New York local time, which is PMI. A very important news. Sometimes give so much volatility. Sometimes just nothing happened. But still, we have to be very careful about this news. Not interested to push the button before 10 a.m. So if there is an opportunity, you guys are welcome to push the button. I'm just not gonna do that. I'll wait until 10:01 a.m. New York local time to push my first button. In the meantime, we'll frame the trade, but please don't push the button just because I'm framing the trade. If you would love to push the button, make sure that it's you are pushing the button just because uh, you see something over there, you push the button. I really appreciate it, but for me that I'm framing the trade, you are pushing the button depending on me. Please don't do that. As long as the data is not gonna released, no pushing button is valid. As long as 10 a.m. is not being over there, you are not going to push any button. No trade is valid before 10 a.m. New York local time. Sujivan, good morning, brother. Bom dia, Jamil. Tudo bem, muito bem. Brother, where are you from, Jamil? I really forget. Can you please repeat one more time where are you from? I really forgot, brother. I'm so sorry for that. Hey, Jamie. Really, I'm surprised because most of the time I get you when I'm gonna close my stream. I saw that your comment. So I really got surprised today. Did you explain this FVZ which ICT marked on Twitter? No, I didn't. I really don't know. Mm, I have no idea what he has marked. By the way, the buffer is huge. Most of the time, I'm spending for this. Like a lot of pictures I'm just trying to take. That's why I'm just not able to kind of like seeing the price or outside of the stream. I'm not watching the price. I'm just taking some photos, trying to take some photos, good photos. I don't know. Maybe very soon I will be a good photographer. But she's so cute. So cute. Too far, but yeah, still she's so cute. I'm just trying to take the photos. That's all I'm spending the time. Look how cute, how cute she is. Oh man. Ah, hey Kurshid, good morning. I'm from Brazil. Oh, okay. So that's why you speak Portuguese better. Okay, that's cool, Jamil. Thank you. Next time I'm not gonna forget that. I'll keep that in my mind that this is Jamil from Brazil. Bom dia, brother. Tudo bem? Muito bem. Do you know Bloomberg Terminal? Bloomberg Terminal. Was that Mickey? Bloomberg Terminal? I really don't know, brother. Is that related with trading? Bloomberg Terminal. No, I didn't hear about that. Good morning, Teza. So, what you mentioned about this FVZ that you will explain during live. Uh, which one I really forgot. Thank you, by the way, Tova. Thank you. I just don't remember which gap. Bon dia, from Mallorca. Mallorca. Where is it from? I mean, where is it exactly? Mallorca. Foner. Foner. What is it, brother? Mallorca. I didn't hear about that. Please, guys, push the like button. People watching, 21 likes. I'm so sorry for my internet speed, but I'm just, I'll contact with them today again so that they can fix it. Calendar. I have to talk here at first. Just before the stream, I would love to talk about that was the bicycle today. I've done a mistake yesterday, so I have no shame to share it to you. What mistake I have done yesterday. So I would love to share that to you. Okay, just a second. So yesterday, before closing, what I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I have shown you something here to talk about the sell yesterday. Okay, just before closing, I marked the range from here to here, and I told that if this market come to this deep discounted area, then it is going to take the sell side liquidity. Okay, I so far I remember I talked about this like yesterday. This all the sell side liquidity over here. I told that if it come to this deep discounted area, then this market is going to fall. Take this sell side liquidity. Now, in one word, it's good because I'm watching 1 minute time frame. The mistake I have done over here, the first of all, I should not go for this low because this low didn't clear the lows. So I should not go for this low. This is the first reason. I shouldn't talk about this yesterday from 1 minute chart. If I look for the 15-minute chart, I would get better sight, a better view from the 15-minute chart. And from the 15-minute chart, all you can see here, market went higher. I don't know you can see it or not. Market went higher and then it fall, cleared all of these lows. This low was important, not that low. I should have marked this low over here. So that was the mistake yesterday I have done. This was the equilibrium, and around the equilibrium I had this last FVZ from 15-minute chart. So it was much more cleaner from 15-minute chart. So over here this all price action didn't appear on the chart already. Okay, so market was falling actually. Then I showed you this from 1 minute chart, marked this leg, which I have done wrong yesterday. I shouldn't mark that leg. Instead of that, I had to go 15-minute chart. Again, I'm really sorry for that because it was my mistake. I think I was explaining something yesterday. Just because of that, I had no time to go for the future price action, what is going to happen. And because of that, I believe, okay, I'm not giving you any excuse, but if I do some mistake, I have no shame to accept that mistake. So I should have gone with the 15-minute chart instead of 1 minute chart, because from 15-minute chart the dealing range was so beautiful. So over here I had this buy side liquidity around this area, that was the buy side liquidity. Market has closed above this last fair value gap as well as the new day opening gap. It has closed above this area. I should have looked for the buy side liquidity only. I had to go with the dealing range here. The high has cleared all other highs. The low has cleared most of the lows over here, and you can see it failed to clear that low, but didn't build kind of clean lows or something like that. So this low I could go for to mark my range low. I mean dealing range low, dealing range high, equilibrium is here. So I should have gone with the extremely discounted area over here, not around here from 1 minute chart. According to this dealing range, the equilibrium area was inside or aligned with this 15-minute last FVG in that specific dealing range. That was the 15-minute last FVG. Now this one is not the last FVG because this gap has been broken by the candles. So candles has perfectly closed that gap 100%. I mean perfectly closed it. So it was not the gap which was the last FVG. Instead of that was the last FVG. And you can see here market actually fall came to this last FVG, and when it came here I framed or I talked about here, so far I remember a sell because I was watching the 1 minute chart. From the 1 minute chart, that was the dealing range low, this was the dealing range high. This was a big mistake, I shouldn't go for that, and I told that maybe this is the best opportunity to go for the sell from here. I was just explaining something, so far I remember, that's why I just told this was the sell I would love to look for, something like this. And we'll go for 1:1, which has been actually given, but still that cell was not valid. That cell I shouldn't go for that. You can see here it has provided 1:1 at least partial, but I shouldn't go for this cell. Instead of that I should have gone for the buy, because from the 15-minute chart, which is my higher time frame, and that was exactly or clearly was telling me I should go for the buy from this last FBC, from the dealing range, from the equilibrium. So again, I'm so sorry for that. Yesterday that mistake, I believe I was explaining something here. That's why I just didn't pay attention what is happening from my higher time frame. Just look for the 1 minute chart. And I was not framing any trade around that area. So far I remember. Okay. However, I would love to talk about a bit here because the AM session was difficult for me, but the PM session was so beautiful. As you can see here, this was the candle around inside the what to say the lunch hour. Inside lunch hour we have nothing to do, so we should wait as I mean until how long, like 12:50, right? So what is the 12:50 candle? I think this candle is gonna be the 12:50 candle. Okay, if I come here around this area, remember this buy side liquidity is here. From the 15-minute chart, this was the buy side liquidity. From 15-minute chart, I have some bullish fair value gap around here. This two line is gonna be the bullish fair value gap. I'm gonna show you just a second. Here, when this candle appeared from the 15-minute chart, just look at this FVG around this area. This candle low, candle high, the FVG, which is the high time frame as well. From the 15-minute 1 minute chart, I'm ready to go for the trade right now because it's 12:50. I have this buy side liquidity here. I have seen the dealing range 50% is over here, 15-minute chart, as well as I have this beautiful last FVG that was holding the market. The bearish last FVG was broken, everything was broken. I had to look for the buying opportunity for this buy side liquidity around that area. The setup here, I know that you will say, brother, this is hindsight, everybody can do that. I promise you, brother, I was not in front of my chart, I was outside, I was taking photo. Just because of that I didn't push the button, but if I were here, you have to just believe me blindly. I have no idea how I can convince you, but this would I would do over here if I were here. So if you see here, this market after building this 50-minute bullish FVG, what happened? It come back again to this bullish FVG. So it has cleared the sell side liquidity. Some sort of sell side liquidity has been cleared. As I'm interested to go for buy now, depending on all of the price action, I know that this market can fall until this gap, which is not important at all. This gap not important at all because the last FVG is over here, which should be very important, right? This FVG should be very important. So market came here and then started to go higher. This is a new dealing range from 15-minute chart. So I'm gonna mark the new dealing range over here to until this area around here, because this low has traded the last FVG that is holding the market. And here, this is the buy side liquidity. This market can maximum fall until this equilibrium. It should not come to this area. The most beautiful area is this upper quadrant level, because it has already traded the 50% of this big dealing range. And after that, it has built a new dealing range, because we are going to push the button from 1 minute chart. The more premium area it will work, the better it will be to go for the trade. So you can see here, after coming to this 15-minute bullish FVG around this area, first of all, I don't have any opportunity to look for the 22 YT model here. Okay, in our perfect way, that means if I would love to push the button around this area, I'm not able to push the button depending on 22 YT model. The reason is there is no swing high which is valid for shifting market structure. There is not even a single swing high which is valid for shifting market structure. The next way to go for the trade is order block. Absolutely shit, bullshit. There is no order block over here. Go to your 15-minute chart, and if you see, this FBC is not switching the bias. Okay, it's not changing the state of delivery. It's already a bullish delivery. If I were looking for a change in state of delivery, then I could look for the change in state of delivery from this FVG, because this was a bearish market, right? The market went higher, market was bullish dealing range, like bullish state of delivery, then it turned into bearish state of delivery. Then here, the last FVG, I could look for a bullish order block from 1 minute chart if I wanted to go for the buy. But when it traded here, which is inside the lunch hour, then market is bullish. So it's not going to change the state of delivery over here. It's not going to change anything over here. I can't look for any kind of order block from 2 time frame, because okay, I think yesterday I was explaining this 2 time frame order block, 1 time frame order block around that area. So if I'm not mistaken, I was talking about that here. That's why I was not paying that much attention, and that's why maybe I did that mistake. However, there is no order block opportunity. So what I can do over here, first I can wait for what to say, I mean 2 FVG, breakaway gap, entry fair value gap. I can wait for market structure shift, fair value gap, trade, or I can wait for some other things that's gonna help me to go for the trade. So what happened over here as a hindsight, okay? Again, you can see here, this is the first FVG around here. That is the first FVG. If I were here, I was interested to go for the trade. First FVG, second FVG over here. Within 5 candle, if the market come here, that could be my buy around this area. Stop loss is below this low. This 16 handle, no need to worry about that. What is my target? My target is this buy side liquidity around here. Of course, I'm not holding it until that area. Of course, I'll close the trade below that area, or maybe I'll at least take the person and put my stop loss to the break even. I'll start to count the candle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Within 5 candle, I didn't get the entry over here. So when I didn't get the entry, if I'm more interested to look for the buy over here, first I will let the market to come back again. This first FVG, or the breakaway gap, which is gonna turn into the last FVG. So I'm more interested to see if this market can come to this last FVG. Remember the girlfriend, then it's gonna take the decision. Should I hold the market, or should I let the market to go? If it wants to go through that, then this low has been cleared over here by a shallow run, or like unfinished business. This sell side liquidity will be my trade. Okay, if this FVG failed to hold the market and closed below this gap, I will immediately switch my bias and will go for this trade, which is very small. Okay, I'm just giving you the example. That will be my trade. Maybe stop loss will be here depending on that. So what happened? I'm not even interested to take the sell, because the price action was telling me to go for the buy. If it break that last FBC, I'll let this go. But if it hold the trade, I mean this market, I just need the confirmation. What is confirmation? Order block. This order block is not that type of order block. You can take always that entry. Yesterday, I explained this in a detailed way. So I think there is no confusion. But still you have some confusion. I think I will talk about that later. So this market is falling. I don't think that it is going to keep falling because this is the last barricade. I know that it is coming for this FBZ. Of course, it can reverse from this entry gap. If I would love to take the entry from this order block, then this is gonna be the order block, which is much more risky because most of the time market love to trade the breakaway gap most of the time. But still, we'll see if we can find any trade over there. And as you can see here, when it has closed above this order block around here, you, if you don't want to miss this trade, you can take one trade over here from this order block. I'm saying you like the reality, you can go for that, but always remember, entry fair value gap order block after a long period of time is always risky. Always it is risky. That's why I tell that just let it go. I don't really care about that. I will see if it come here and then give me the entry opportunity. Otherwise you can try again one more time. I'm saying of course it is valid, but just be careful. Your stop entry will be to the top of this candle, your stop loss will be to the bottom of this candle, plus two tick or two handle depending on the volatility. But otherwise you will let this market to come to this last FBC, and then you will start to look for the order block from here, because there is no need this market to keep falling. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, the PM session was so beautiful, so beautiful, so elegant, so beautiful. So what happened here, you can see this candle has closed above that candle. So this is gonna be my order block. I would love to take the buy from here. The stop loss is gonna be below this order block, plus two handle, two tick, something like. I would love to cover the high of this 15-minute FBZ. Now you don't need to do that. You can simply put the stop loss below this order block or two tick below this order block. I prefer to put it just covering this 15-minute FBC, just because the stop loss is smaller. Again, the target is this buy side liquidity. Of course, I'm not gonna hold the trade for that area. I will close before that extreme buy side liquidity. That's gonna be the trade around the PM session, and you'll see like this way. Maybe I'll take some partial here somewhere, and then I'll go for like the runner. If it go above there, maybe I'll get my boom. Otherwise, by trailing the stop loss, maybe I'll get stopped out over here after clearing some partial around like 20 handle, 20 something like that. 20 handle, after taking that partial over here, maybe I'll trail the stop loss and I'll get stopped out. I just don't know what I would do over here if I were here, but yeah, that is what it is. And finally, market has cleared that buy side liquidity around this area. That was the buy side liquidity has been cleared. It was so beautiful around the PM session. The more difficult it was around the AM session. Like you can say that, brother, your bias is bearish, that's why you thought this is a difficult price action. But look at this price action around the morning session. Market open, bit retracement, boom, just keep going higher, keep going higher. After reaching here, started to consolidate. This is a pure consolidation. You can say that, brother, I can't enter in this market and then I can hold the trade. You are not able to do that, trust me, man. And then this market fall here, that retracement appeared on the chart, then all of this consolidation again, then go higher again inside the lunch hour. The lunch hour, I'm not interested to trade here. Again consolidation, and finally the run toward that buy side liquidity. Until here it was good, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 candle, and then again consolidation. That was the PM session, which was so beautiful in my opinion. I really don't know any of you got that entry or not around the PM session. If you get that entry, congratulations. If you didn't, still you are learning. Okay, so of course we all are learning. So that was really so beautiful price action yesterday's PM session. That was before that I had to talk about this because I did the mistake here. I shouldn't go for that 1 minute dealing range, because I was not even looking at my 15-minute time frame, what was happening on my 15-minute chart, because I was explaining something so far, I believe. Okay, however, I'd love to go for the daily chart. And coming here, I'm really not interested to see this going to clear this buy side liquidity before February. I really would love to see it is going to be cleared by February. But if it really cleared before February, okay, nothing to do. However, you can see this market came here, which is the daily FVZ around this area. I'm just marking this as my daily FVZ. This is the daily FBZ. Market came here, traded the daily FBZ. Nobody has closed above the daily FBZ, but the one body has closed above the concurrent crossment of this daily bearish FBZ. See if it can. It's broken. Maybe market will start to go higher for this buy side liquidity. Right now, from the daily chart, every time bullish. Okay, so to be honest, there is nothing to talk about from the daily chart. Every single day I'm bullish. There is no other things until this buy side liquidity is not cleared. Market is not trading this daily bearish FVG. I'm not interested to think about any kind of long term bearishness. No bearishness is valid over here. I'm only bullish as long as it's not going to clear that buy side liquidity and not trading this last FVG from the daily chart. If I come to this 4 hour chart, as you can see here, I was talking about these breaker blocks over here that has hold the market fall, cleared the liquidity, then this went higher, came to this daily FVG, now reacting from there. Then like from 4 hour chart, really nothing to say, nothing important over here. From the hourly chart, as you can see here, market built some kind of relatively equal lows, went higher, take that sell side liquidity, went higher, trade that bullish fair value gap from the hourly chart, go higher, cleared that relatively equal highs over there. After clearing this relatively equal highs, came around this area. Now what is this area? I really would love to draw your attention something very specific. I'm gonna see this buy side liquidity, which is from the hourly chart. You can see this high, that high, not a perfect, but if you just mark it like this way, you will be able to see this is a beautiful buy side liquidity around here. As well as if you go to the previous contract, you will see there will be a beautiful buy side liquidity from 15-minute chart as well as from the hourly chart. It seems like this high has been cleared over here by a shallow run, but go back to the previous contract, you will see the clean highs over there. Now you can ask me why we should go to the previous contract, why it is important. The reason is, while this market was trading around this area, nobody was pushing button with NQH 2026. Everyone was trading NQZ 2026. That was the area it was trading. That price action is important, not this price action. Here this price action was important from NQZ 2024. Same here, when we are going to change this contract NQH, this price action is gonna be important from NQH, not from the next contract. That is why if you come here and you go there NQZ 2025, you'll be able to see there is so beautiful buy side liquidity, as well as this high has been built a new buy side liquidity. Now my intention to ask you something very specific. If I ask you to look for the first FVZ from this high, just keep watching, okay? Market retrace bit, fall, a lot of consolidation, fall, retrace, no FVZ, and then fall. See here, around this area, I'm gonna mark this area from the top, above this top, buy side liquidity. Below this top, first FVZ, which is not used by the body. It's not closed by the body. Okay, so I'm gonna mark this FBZ around this area here and here, extend it to my right. Is it random or is it something you should focus? If you are confused about FVZ, brother, there is million FVZ. Which one I should give the highest priority? Go for this FVZ. This only FVZ is more than enough for being profitable. Which FVZ? In every single leg there is a last FVZ. So which one I'm going to mark, brother? That FVZ that is holding some sort of buy side liquidity, some FVZ that is holding some sort of sell side liquidity. For example, this FVZ is holding that sell side liquidity. See this low and that low, they are relatively equal lows. This FVZ is too much important. You have to just correct it because it's marked from the 15-minute chart. You have to just mark it from the hourly chart. This candle low, that candle high. So it will be like adjusted. This FBZ is 1,000 times stronger rather than any kind of FBZ because it is holding the price, because not to take this sell side liquidity. This FBZ is holding the price so that price failed to take or clear this buy side liquidity. Just this information is more than enough for you to understand all the FVZ, how it is going to work. Sometimes we are going to add, if there is two FVZ, then I'm just going to add both of these FVZ. and I'm gonna call that last FBZ, entry FBZ. Okay, I'm just not rebranding anything. I'm just trying to draw your attention something very specific. I hope it's gonna help you a lot. If it really helps you a lot, make sure that you push the like button. So please push the like button and subscribe to our channel if any of you are new. I'm gonna remove this FVZ, but you guys can keep it for your learning or something like that. You can look for that. Okay. Now from the hourly chart, I really don't have any sell side liquidity from the hourly chart, so I'm gonna go to the 15-minute chart. In 15-minute chart, you will be able to see this low and that low. They are the relatively equal lows. Here, see this relatively equal lows? That is gonna be my first target today. Again, I am bullish, but first I would love to look for this market to fall to clear some sort of sell side liquidity. So if it fall, clear that sell side liquidity, then I will start to look for buy or some other like buy side liquidity from 50-minute chart. Look at this high, that high, relatively equal highs or something else. Okay, I will look for that later. But first I will wait to see if this market can fall and clear that sell side liquidity over here. After clearing this sell side liquidity, I will start to look for the buying opportunity again for some sort of buy side liquidity, which you can see something like relatively equal highs or something, whatever it is, I'll look for that. A swing low, another swing low has built this sell side liquidity. I am bullish. I need some sort of sell side liquidity to be taken. Like from yesterday, I mean from long period of time, you can see here this fall have appeared, cleared that relatively equal lows, build a new relatively equal lows. That was very difficult for me those days, like yesterday and the day before yesterday, because market was not clearing that sell side liquidity and it was respecting the 50-minute last FVG. That made me so much confused because without clearing the sell side liquidity, it was going higher. But today I'm gonna hold that same thing again, as well as I have to draw your attention to this last FVG from the daily chart. So I need some sort of reaction from this last FVG. I need some sort of reaction from the hourly last FVG, and that reaction is gonna take some sort of sell side liquidity. If it is taken, I'll be very happy to catch that sell. So my interest to see if it can fall and clear this sell side liquidity, and after that if it would love to go higher, maybe I'll participate in that buy. But without clearing this sell side liquidity, I'm just not interested to take that buy. Guys, is that really like understandable? Because speed is still struggling, or there is a lot of buffer. Can you guys please confirm that? Is that a lot of buffer, or like it is at least understandable? Just let me know that. Okay, is that sell side liquidity from 15-minute chart? Have some sell side liquidity here. See this sell side liquidities, sell side liquid here. Have some sort of buy side liquidity here. We'll see. First, my intention is to take the sell. Fine for me. Okay, here. Yes. Okay. That means it is still understandable. I thought that because of the buffer, you were not able to see it. Okay, that's cool. That's a good news for me. Ah, thank you. So see that right now on my right hand side, this is the 15-minute chart. On my left hand side, this is 1 minute chart. We are not going to push the button before 10 a.m. Whoever is interested to go for the trade, please push the button. Please take the trade. I have no problem with that. I will just wait for the 10 a.m. Last 2 days was really bad. The AM session for me, it was really bad. I don't want to do anything stupid today. I don't want to make 3 days, 3 consecutive bad days. So I would love to go for a winning trade, and that's all I'm aiming for. So I'll just frame one trade, and I'll try to take a winning trade. That's all, by focusing everything. That bullish FVZ, could that stop the market from going low? Bullish FBC. Can you please tell me which bullish FBC you are talking about, sister? Just tell me the time frame and what time it has created. In which time frame? Okay, what time it has created in which time frame? Hey Mahadi, how are you, sir? Thank you, RS, for saying that it's very clear. Thank you so much, brother. 15-minute below. Can you please tell the time? Which time you're talking about? For example, this candle has created around 6:30. This one has created around 6:45. Which one you're talking about? This one, of course it can do that. It can hold the market and send it higher. Of course it can do that. Yeah, sure, it can do that. But I don't want to see that. I would love to see it will fall first, take that sell side liquidity, then it will start to go higher. Any kind of fall is going to be my sell. But we're not going to take any trade before 10 a.m. So we'll just observe that. If I see something very obvious, maybe I'll go for the trade. I really don't know. I just need a winning trade. That's all. So if I feel comfortable, I'll tell you why I'm feeling comfortable, and then I'll go for the trade before the news. If I feel very comfortable with explanation why it is so comfortable, and if I don't feel comfortable, I'm not gonna push the button. There is nothing to explain, right? Why you are not feeling comfortable? Because I have the news. Nothing to explain. But if I feel comfortable, then I'll explain why I'm expecting this is gonna happen. And I hope it will help all of us to understand, to see the market in a like kind of precise way or something. Good morning, Archana, 6:30. Good morning, Archana. How are you, sister? Guys, please make sure that you have pushed the like button, subscribe to our channel if you are new. Apex has 90% discount. I think last this upcoming Sunday is gonna be the last day of this offer. So it's a great opportunity actually. 124 people are watching, 45 likes. Not enough. Can you guys please push the like button? If you don't like it, push the dislike button. Just let's see how many of you actually disliked it. Push the dislike button if you don't like it. Push the like button if you like it. 1 20 seconds to go before the market open. Stopped out, waiting to see the first presented fair value gap. Okay, ICT was in a trade and he got stopped out, I think. Doing great, thanks for asking. How are you, Tito? I'm so good, sister. I'm so good. This is the 9:30. If it fall, inversed this gap, I'll go for that sell. I'm not gonna wait for any kind of news or anything. Like within one or two candle, if it close below this, I'll go for that sell. One or two candle, like within 9:33. If it happens, I'll go for that sell. Within 9:33. While I'm doing it, I'm just precising, or I'm just breaking the FVZ prior to 9:30 from 15-minute to 1-minute chart. It has went higher. Look at this. All of this buy side liquidity has been cleared. Every single thing has been cleared over here. And I believe it has traded some sort of last FVZ or the entry FVZ over here. It will close below this gap. I'll go for this trade. Here, as the stop loss is smaller, I'll just go for this. Like it has to happen very immediately, very soon, very soon, very soon, like within 9:33, something like that. When I told that if I feel comfortable, I mean to say it will go higher, it will clear the buy side liquidity, and then it will immediately start to fall. After sweeping the buy side liquidity, it will start to fall. If it happens, I'll go for this trade. If it doesn't happen, like it will struggle here to break this FBZ, and then maybe after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it will break that FBZ. Not like that. Within 1 to 3 candle, it will break this FBZ. The FBZ prior to 9:30, I'm just gonna break it from 15-minute to 1-minute chart. If it happens, I'll go for this trade. I just need a winning trade. Like the next candle is gonna close below this gap, we'll take this sell. One more thing, I don't wanna see anybody close above this line. Buy side has been cleared. This FBZ is still holding the market. If it failed to hold the market, very immediately I'll go for this trade. Otherwise, I'll just wait for the 10 a.m. news. Can you please reply to my question? It's about the new day opening gap. I forgot about the new day opening gap. What happened to the new day opening gap? There's no new day opening gap, I think. You have to just mark a line. You don't have any new day opening gap. I think I have no new day opening gap today. Let's see what happened. The opening gap. No, it's not valid anymore. Okay? So it's actually going to fill the opening gap first. Okay, not going to take it. We'll wait. Like this way, how it is going to react. Oh man, came here. Build any buy sell liquidity? No, it didn't any buy sell liquidity. If you don't have any opening gap, okay, new day opening gap, you don't need to worry about that, brother, Marbra. But what was the exact question, brother, by the way? Good morning, Hriday. Marquis Apex sale is over. Sales is over. I thought it's until Sunday. I really don't know. Anybody can confirm that? Okay. Okay. Bearish candle week. Trade inversion on mid FVC. Okay. I'm bearish. I really need some sort of reaction from here. But I'll just wait for the news at first. Okay, it's over. I didn't know that. Come on, come on. ICT has closed the opening gap 100%. We'll wait for 10 a.m. Okay, guys. Buy side liquidity is over here, so I don't need to worry about that. If it really would love to go higher after the news, we'll see. Can go for this buy side liquidity. But right now, not interested to see it will start to go higher. I really would love to mark the opening gap, the, the reaction with respect to the equilibrium to go higher or not. Hmm. So it came here. Did it build the buy side liquidity? I always do that when I see some sort of like swing high. Did it build any liquidity or did it clear the liquidity? I always try to look at that. This is the daily FBZ. I'm gonna remove it from my 1 minute chart. On my right hand side, it will be here, the daily FBZ over there. Sell side is my first interest to see, and I really would love to see it will go for that sell side at first. This market make me scared to sell. No need to take sell, brother, then wait for the buy. If you're scared to push the button, don't push the button. Why we doing why we need to push the button if we feel scared, right? We should not do that. Okay, the equilibrium is actually holding the market, the opening gap equilibrium. Want to mark this gap. Expectation is something like this. Gonna change the color. It will go higher, clear this buy side liquidity, fall, used it as a reclaimed gap. Expectation, not going to push the button, just watching it. So I'm not interested to push the button exactly from here. First, I will let this market to go higher, clear this buy side liquidity, then I will expect, or I will wait for this market to close below this FVG, and then it will react from this reclaimed FVG, then it will fall and it will go for this sell side liquidity. That is my expectation right now. Plan your trade, then push the button. 25,844 buy side liquidity and last FVG as an entry. Okay, go for that, brother. Previous day high and Asia high is buy side liquidity. Okay, price came very close to sweeping Asia high. I think it is gonna clear this Asia high. I really don't know where is the Asia high. Now I'll see if it can fall closed below this gap. That was the expectation that has already happened. Can fall and then go. Please let me check what is gonna be the stop loss. Oh, G4 handle. Really great opportunity actually. Like if it close below this FVG now, it's gonna be a great opportunity. And what should I do? Third, going higher. I'll let this go. Remember, no trade is valid until 10. At the higher time frame as well. Opening gap 50% is holding. Wait. Good morning, Kishore. Boom, boom, Kuba. Going for Monday's old opening range gap. Is that above here somewhere? I really don't know. I think all the buy side liquidity has been cleared, right? Except this one, all other buy side liquidity has been cleared. 25,868.75 is Monday's old opening range gap. 25,868. 8. Okay, so here somewhere. So Yes, I'm at the opening gap. I'm seeing this new week opening gap that is holding the market so far, and it's more than enough, I think. Don't go for the trade until 10 a.m. Till 10 a.m. no trade. This is really so difficult when you know that this market will go higher, but without clearing the sell side liquidity, it is going higher. So difficult, at least difficult for me to frame those trades. Without clearing the sell side liquidity, it will go higher, keep going higher up. I really don't like this type of price action. Is below world opening range gap. We have the new week opening gap. Yes, sir. Wanted to sell short into the sell side, then go long for a long for the day hold. Okay, ICT told that he wanted to take short and then he wanted to look for the buy. So I think that we are thinking the same way. Just let me take it or let me show this to you. This is the expectation and it's not gonna happen because this is kind of like what to say, I mean the January price action. I believe so. Look over here. Wanted to sell short into the sell side, then go long for the day hold. Okay, 933 was presented fair value gap. Price is a bit aggressive, sitting still for the moment. Okay, and he was looking for which line? Let me check. 25753, 25753, 25753, 753. Okay, he was looking for, I think, this sell side liquidity over here. Yeah, he was looking for this. I was looking for that. A bit difference. Okay, I'm so sorry, but yeah, he was looking for here around this area. That was his target, and my target was a bit below here, like this sell side liquidity. That was my interest to see. Market will take first and then go higher. But what market has done just didn't do anything. Let me see if I can find something else. Minus sell side liquidity 753 study. I don't think so. Okay, we are thinking the same way, but market actually didn't. So I'm waiting. ICT is waiting. I'm also waiting. The like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notification. Hey, FL Trader, how are you, sir? How are you? How are you? Exactly my feelings, brother. Moving higher without taking sell side liquidity. That's difficult. That's always difficult because we feel confident when, like, I was buying, I was bullish. I was bullish, but taking the buy, I need to take some sort of sell side liquidity to be taken first. And I believe that ICT was also expecting the same thing. Okay, like here he told that just a bit different. I was looking for this sell side liquidity, he was looking for that sell side liquidity. However, they're very near to each other. Except that, look at this. Wanted to sell short into the sell side, then go long for the day. Now, unfortunately, it didn't do that. That's the problem on January and December price action. Always problem. By the way, I can see that it tapped to the Monday first presented FVG. It was even just shared. NQ might drop at 10 a.m. news, then move higher later in the day. We'll see, brother. But so far, I can see that it has traded the Monday first presented gap. I just don't know where is the high of this Monday FVG, but I think here somewhere it will be. Just see if it can hold that one. Man, I'm not doing anything wrong, okay? Trust me, man. I learned this all of these things from this guy, in a circle trader. I learned everything from this guy, and this guy is also looking for the sell short first, then take the buy. I was also looking for that sell short first, then take the buy. I never tell that I'm bearish for long term. I'm bullish, extremely bullish. But first, this market has to fall to take some sort of sell side liquidity so that I can go for the buy. But if it doesn't do that, I have to let all the buy go. I just can't participate in this price action, unfortunately. So I hope that you guys are not getting confused that this guy is just bullshit. He was looking for sell, market is going higher. No man, this is how we should frame the trade. At first, it has to fall, then it has to go higher. If it doesn't do that, we had nothing to do. Of course, ICT can do a lot of things. Maybe he will be able to take a buy from here. We should not do that. We should be still, or we should be stuck with the things we really know. Oh man. Okay, however, this new week opening gap is still holding the market, and market just went higher. Trade that Monday first presented gap. We'll see. Not FVZ opening range gap from Monday. Oh, okay, that is the opening range gap. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Suzivan. However, something is there that is important. January is crazy. January, December, both of them are very crazy. December, January, both of them are crazy. It's not always necessary to take liquidity, that's a different math. If it doesn't take the sell side liquidity, it doesn't need to take it at all. If it doesn't take it, we are not going to take the trade. That's the math. When it will take the sell side liquidity, we'll take the buy. If it doesn't take the sell side liquidity and it's going higher, we are not going to take that buy. That's the math. At least I understand this math, brother. Bro, is the SMT is correct? Recently 1 hour low between NQ and ES. Let me check, brother. I really don't know if it. Let me try it. Uh, so where do you see the SMT, brother, from on our chart? I really don't know where is the SMT. I really don't see any SMT from on our chart, unfortunately. Both of you are crazy looking for sell. I think so. We are crazy. But we love to work with the price action. To be honest, the way we are feeling comfortable to go for the buy is to take the sell first, then we'll look for the buy. I feel comfortable like that way. ICT doesn't, because ICT can do whatever he wants to do. But I feel comfortable to take the buy if market clears some sort of sell side liquidity at first. However, even if it started to fall now, I'm not interested to touch that fall because it's just before the news. Not interested to enter over here. I'll let this go. Now, even if it started to fall right now from the best area to fall, I'm just not able to touch that sell. So I'll let this fall go and I will wait to see how it is going to react from the news. Then we'll decide should I go for the sell or buy, because it's going to build up 15-minute bullish FVZ. It's gonna be difficult. Dow has been dropping since market open at 9:30. Let's check. Wow, it was awesome. That is the exact thing I was looking for, man. Come on. If this really would love to go higher, it should fall and clear some sell side liquidity. That was the exact thing I was looking for. Nasdaq. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. And while this Dow is falling, I believe so. Nasdaq is going to follow him. Nasdaq is going to follow him. I believe so. Dow is the most important in between three SA market, ES, NQ, and Dow. Dow is the most important market. That's gonna drive the market or the direction. But we'll see. First presented fair value gap from Dow worked so beautifully today. We should move to Dow. What do you say, Suzivan? Let's go to Dow and trade the Dow. OM is dropping hard. Yeah, I just saw it, Dora. Zoom in yes. Recent dozy candle. I don't know that. What do you mean by dozy? I really don't know how to use that dozy candle, brother. Funny. I'm really bad at dozy candle or engulfing candle. I'm really bad at them. But as you told, let's see what happened with the dozy candle. What is your dozy candle? I think this is the dozy candle you're talking about. I'm thinking the same. Let's trade down. Oh man. We should trade YM and gold sometimes. If you guys are really interested, then I think we can go for that. Dow, no, it's not possible for me because Dow is so fast market. It doesn't respect, most of the time it doesn't respect the PDRS. So Dow, I'm not interested to trade, never ever in my life. But gold is better than Dow, thousand times better than Dow. And it's bullish. Dow is bearish. The hell. Okay. However, we have still 7 minutes left to take our decision. So we don't need to worry about next 7 minutes, whatever it is going to happen. We don't need to worry about that. Don't be impatient. I told you last 2 days was bad for me. I will go for the, I mean, most beautiful setup who's gonna give me the boom. Okay, that's all. I know that's all. So please hold on and wait for the beautiful option or the perfect option to go for the trade. Funny 1 hour time frame. Let me go. Yes, one more time. 1 hour time frame. Dozy candle. What is that dozy candle? So you are expecting this is gonna be a dozy candle, or you are talking about this dozy candle? I think you are talking about that dozy candle. That's the dozy candle, or that's the dozy candle. Which one is the dozy candle? Ah, I'm really bad at dozy or engulfing, brother. I'm really bad at them. I should learn them, to be honest. I tried, but it never worked for me. Yes, gold. How many of you actually love to trade gold? Let me know to the comment box. How many of you actually love to trade gold? Let's see. Okay, just write down me. If you are really interested to trade the gold, write down me on the chat. Let's see how many of you are really interested about gold. Dora? Okay. Seriously? Okay. Whales, dollar and Dow moving lower while ES and NQ moving higher. Mm, just wait for the news, Sujivan. I think that's the best option we have right now. Gold is a classy lady. She respects most of the. Yeah, I know that. I know that. Gold is really so classy. I mean, it's not like Dow. Dow is crazy. I hate Dow. Though I never tried Dow to trade. Just read the market sometimes, but it doesn't respect anything. It doesn't give a shit about anything. Oh man, Kishore, Monty, Barney, me trading more than Nasdaq. Theo, Livingstone. No, okay, Livingstone is not trading gold. That's cool. Heavy, Mahadi, I do. In fact, I'm more into gold rather than in Q. Seriously, should I move to I mean, sorry, gold from what to say? I mean the Nasdaq. Should I move to gold? So could you explain why are you bullish today? Because as there is a fair value gap, I thought it's bearish. No, brother, the liquidity is above there. Okay, the FBZ, whatever bearish FBZ is going to be appear or you are going to see, they will give you the reaction only. But actually, the buy side liquidity is still above that FBZ, and above the FBZ, sorry, above the buy side liquidity, there is a daily last FBZ. You go to your daily chart, and you will be able to see there is a FBZ just before below the all-time high. That's the FBZ you should give the highest priority to think that maybe now this market will be bearish. But until that FBZ, everyday's market is bullish. Still we are not able to take the buy just because market doesn't take the sell side liquidity. That's the problem. Otherwise, or if it would fall at first, we'd start to look for the buy. I don't like gold. When I first steered trading futures, gold cooked me, so I left her alone. In my life, I have lost most of, I mean, the highest loss is from gold. The highest loss from a single day came from gold. So from there, I always afraid of gold to trade. I never push the button again from to gold, like real money. I never push, never. I feel very scared. I love gold than NQ. Okay, but NQ is so precise. From February, you will be amazed that how precise this market is. Like tick by tick, it will like jump the way you will tell her to jump. It will jump like that way. It's something like that, which is never possible by the gold. Never ever. This Nasdaq, you can be able to read that, like it will come here, then it will come here, then it will come here, then it will come here. Every single thing is possible to read from the Nasdaq, which is not possible from gold or any other asset market, not even from ES. And Dow is always crazy. 1 minute to go before the news. If the news candle sent the market below this FBZ, I'll look for the sell from this FBZ. So far, this new week opening gap is holding the market so far. I just don't know how this candle is going to close. I took a payout from Take Profit Trader. That payout is helping me to be much more patient to take a trade. You got a payout, Suzivan? Congratulations, brother. I didn't know that. Should have told me that. By the way, this is the new scandal, okay? So now we are allowed to go for any kind of trade. Any opportunities from now, I'll go for that. My first intention to see if it can fall. If I find two FBZ over here, I'll go for that trade from the two FBZ. If I don't find that, I'll wait for this market to close below this gap to take the sell. I really would love to make some profit today. I need the confirmation now. What type of confirmation? Either two FBZ, one FBZ breakaway gap, one FBZ entry FBZ, or it has to close below this gap to take the sell. If it doesn't do that, go above this FBZ, I mean new week opening gap, will start to look for this buy side liquid. Gold below the accounts and Nasdaq is below the accounts. Oh, okay, gold below the account. Gold is so difficult for me. I promise you, brother, it's really so difficult. I lose most of my money from gold. I mean, the highest loss came from the gold. Yeah, I'm gonna be take the sell if it close below this. Did it close? I think it has closed. I'll just put the limit order. Come back again. I'll sell. Stop loss is too tight. So tight stop loss because I just covered this gap by a bit. So yeah, I'm gonna let this market maximum trade until here, just around this area. So bit difficult or tight stop loss. Still, I think it has closed below this gap if I'm not wrong. I put it here just to see if my stop loss should be over there or not. I just don't want to move it anymore. I'm gonna let this market maximum trade until the opening of this breakaway gap. I really don't want to see it will trade this gap, but if it would love to trade this gap, it can maximum trade, just tap over here and keep falling. We'll just let this market to go until that area. We'll try to take some partial around here to the top of this gap, which is the first or the most or the highest important gap to me. Try to take the partial to the top of this gap. Again, I put this area. I know that I should have put the stop loss over here, just not going to take that small risk as well, like two handle, not interested to take that two handle risk. Instead of that, like it's 27 handle, right? So another six handle, not interested to take another six handle loss. If I get a stopped out, I will wait to see if it can go back one more time below this to take the sell. Otherwise, I'll just get stopped out over here. I think I got a stopped out. Just see if failed to go until that area. The range is big. I will take resell instead of taking that huge risk over here. Will go for the retake. Sorry, resell opportunity if it provide me that. Otherwise, I'll just let this market to go and close above the go above this new week opening gap to take the buy. Did I do any kind of mistake? Just because of that, I am putting these things over here. That was good. Waiting to see it come back again below this gap to go for one more trade. Otherwise, I will wait for this market to go above this constant crossman to take the buy, which is really not interested to see. Don't wanna see it will keep going higher. Dow is still falling. Yes, is falling also as well. Nasdaq is the one who is resisting. Any kind of fair value gap here will take the buy. Any kind of fair value gap here, I'll take the buy. One FBZ, two FBZ. Target is this buy side liquid over. I think it's gonna be the same price action like yesterday. Market is not interested to go for any kind of sell side liquidity to be taken first before going higher. I think so. It's gonna happen like that way. I have to let the run go toward the bias. I would love to show you the losses as well. Wanna see mitigation. It doesn't go higher now. I'm gonna kill him. To be honest. I think this price action is gonna be like the same price action yesterday. It's not going to take the sell side liquidity. Instead of that, it will keep going higher for the buy side liquidity. Like yesterday, it never fall and take the sell side liquidity, just keep going higher. Hope this is gonna happen like the same way because it is now respecting. You can see the equilibrium of the 50% of the daily bullish, sorry, daily bearish gap as inversed way, as well as it is trading this 15-minute bullish fair value gap 50%, or the like 50% of this bullish fair value gap as well. Then it fall, cleared this liquidity, small liquidity over here around these lows. They have been cleared, respected this gap, even though I thought that it has closed below this gap, but it actually the fake breakout just a bit. Otherwise, I wouldn't go for this trade. Unfortunately, it was telling me to go for the trade, and now we'll see. Should keep going higher. I would love to see the consequent encroachment of this consolidation. So this is the 50%. It should go speed through this area. That means like the 50% of this consolidation is very difficult or very dangerous area. Wanna see it will go through this area with speed. At the same time, gonna mark the lowest down close body close candle, extend it to my right to see if the body can close above this candle, and gonna mark the OB. So body will close above this line. I'll get my OB. Market is struggling to break the high of this new week opening gap. I believe so again that it's gonna close above the high of this new week opening gap. If it fail, just no word to say, to be honest, because I'm going for the buy without clearing the sell side liquidity. So like yesterday, the whole day I was waiting for the sell, but it never fall. So I think it's gonna be the repeatal things today as well. We'll see. So so far has provided, we had a loss of 27 handle, so we have taken the first trade, which is a losing trade. It has given us a 27 handle loss. We'll see if it can provide us like at least 40 handle or 45 handle, something like that. Respecting the equilibrium of this consolidation, the 50% of this consolidation, tap over here, should go higher. Validate this order block, not only this but also both of these consecutive candles are the best order block to see if it can hold the market, send it higher. The next candle should close above this line. See this line over here on my right hand side? From 1 minute chart, the next candle should close above this line. The consolidation 50% is still holding the market. Now it's broken. This candle, I really would love to see it is going to close above this line. At least one tick above that line, that 1 minute candle. YM is still falling. Yes is falling. Brother, close above the new opening gap, new week opening gap. It didn't close, not even above the constant crossment of this new week opening gap. Dangerous time. They close it. If it come to the break even, I'll close this stream. I mean, close this trade. Not going the way I was expecting it will work. It'll come to the break even, I'll just close the trade. Nothing is correlated. Dow is falling. Yes is just started to fall. Nasdaq is like holding. Everything is holding. So I'm not feeling good to hold this trade. It'll come to the break even, we'll close the trade. Maybe I should close the trade right now. We'll try again. Okay, this time I'm just going to close the trade. If it come to the break even, I'll just close the trade. I'll try again because it's not good at all the way this market is working. Not feeling good. New week opening gap, constant crossment is holding the market. Dow is falling. Yes is falling. Not feeling confident to hold this trade. So try to close it around the break even. At least give me the break even. Out. Very nice. I thought that today is gonna be a winning date, winning winning trade, and today I got the losing trade. Two losing trade, big loss. hate you. Breaks my heart. Really breaks my heart, to be honest. I did nothing wrong. At the beginning, that sell was valid to me because it has closed below this gap, which was really so important to me. And I saw it has closed. I tried to take the sell over here, covered just this gap opening. Didn't work. Then when it started to build these two FBZ, one is here, one is there, should start to go higher. Yeah, of course, it could trade this last FBZ, but it should keep going higher from this FBZ or maximum from that FBZ. But it also didn't do that. Instead of that, it fall until that area. Now it will go higher again. I'm afraid to enter over here right now. Oh man, tough price action. To be honest, very tough price action. Without data, you driving blind. Without data, you driving blind. What data you are talking about, brother RB? Notates for me when the funded with the losses of the last 2 days. I'm in drawdown of 5R. Bad luck. I wait until February, think liquidity during holidays. It's true, brother. February is gonna be absolutely different. I'm just asking, please don't get offended. What did you ask? Reflect. Why buy before new week opening gap to close? Here, the problem was I tried to take the buy when I saw it has respected the 50% of this daily bullish fair value gap, sorry, bearish fair value gap, as well as this 50-minute bullish fair value gap. I was expecting it is gonna break this, new week opening gap and coming for this buy side liquidity. So here, that was the opportunity for me. I was thinking like that way. I was avoiding this new week opening gap, and when I have seen it started to react from this constant crossment, I tried to close the trade at the around my break even. It came here. You can just see that it stopped me out just by T, and maybe now it will start to go higher. Maybe I would get stopped out to the break even if it wouldn't fall until that area. This is inconsistent to me, 100% inconsistent to me. The breakaway gap around here, it has closed below this breakaway gap. Even I gave more opportunity to fall below the breakaway gap, still it stopped me out. Now it is reacting from here. My expectation was it was going to broke like yesterday. Whatever is going to happen, it's gonna happen like the same thing like yesterday, like it will start to go higher without clearing the sell side liquidity. But just look at this, it's not doing anything, it's not respecting the PDRS, that's all. We normally wait, but this area was not for me to waiting. This new week opening gap, when this candle closed here, next candle open, come here, indecisive candle build a bullish fair value gap, then this candle open, trade exactly until the 50% of this gap, as well as I believe the 50% of this 15-minute gap as well. Let me check exactly to the 50% here from this bullish fair value gap from the 15-minute chart. Everything was telling me this is gonna be broken right now. Now if it really would love to be broken, there has to be two FBZ. One is here, one is there. It will trade this gap and it will start to go higher. Body is going to close above this line and then it will go higher. That is the expectation. That was the expectation. This fall over here, unbearable. This is unbearable. We'll see. Okay, I still believe that it will keep going higher and it will break this with the speed. Okay, still I believe that, but that run, see this fall, kind of unbearable. This is the February fall, the fun of February. You have no idea how market maker is positioned today, hence you take trades blindly. Your inversion parabolic don't work most of the time. This was good buy now. Okay, where do you want to take the buy, RB? Where do you want to take the buy right now? Let me know. I would love to see your data. See how many times your data is going to work. Okay, so tell me where I'm gonna take the buy. This is a buy right now. Na? This was good buy now. Okay, I'm just randomly put this one and gonna keep my stop loss here, going for 1:1, like here. Still, I believe it will go higher, but still, let's see with your data. I've already forget about your 8:30 buy, brother. Nobody care about your 8:30 buy. Talk about right now. You have the data, right? Buy. You just told that you should take the buy right now, right? This was good buy now. This was good buy now. Oh, you're not talking about the buy right now. Please give me your data right now, okay? Tell me when I should take the buy or sell. I think all of us should just paper trade. This inter-month price action is shit. December, January price action is always shit. Tell me where I should take the buy or sell, because you are the guy. I think some days ago you came and you give us some shit. So I would love to go with your trade today. So you're not talking about a buy right now. Let me know when I should go for the buy and or I should go for the sell. Okay, let me know. Your data is gonna give us the winning trade today, guys. Get ready. We're going to get the boom from this guy. See this fall. This is going higher right now. That was my expectation. It will start to go higher. That fall was unexpected. That small fall was absolutely unexpected to me. It should not fall like that way. Just because this is February, this is very difficult. How far it will fall? No idea how far it will fall. How far it will go. Consolidating. RB, I'm waiting for your data, okay? Tell me, whenever you will find the buy or sell, I will go for that, brother. I'll go with you. You with the by believing your data. And for us, I'm just still holding or I'm waiting. I'm still waiting to see how it is going to react, okay? I saw that you told that you are going to you took the buy from 8:30, I guess. So forget about 8:30 buy. Talk about right now. Right now, we are trading right now. We're not trading 8:30, brother. I'm waiting, brother. I'm not ignoring. I really need to know what data actually work, how the data work. You're not trading 8:30, brother. So we are trading right now. Tell me when to take buy or sell. Forget about everything else. Frame a trade. Frame a trade. Okay. No more talking. Just frame a trade. Frame a trade, brother. No other talking. Frame a trade. Just say buy, sell. Just say buy, sell. Whenever you feel good, whenever your data is going to tell you that, say buy or sell. No other message. I will keep an eye on the chat whenever you are asking buy or sell. Just say buy or sell. No other word, please. Okay. Market is consolidating, went higher and started consolidating. I still believe it will go higher. Still, I believe it will go higher. That run was kind of shit. I still am expecting this will start to go higher. But the way it will go higher, that is difficult for me. How it is going to go higher and how it is going to react when it will start to go higher. How far it will fall before that. That's the problem. This fall can maximum fall until this breakaway gap. Still, this is holding, but this fake breakout, shit. Breakout, I would love to look from this entry gap, and breakaway gap, constant crossment is gonna hold the market and send the market higher. That was the expectation, but unfortunately, it's not like not doing that. We'll see. Now, if it starts to go higher now, should I like right now? Here, I should push the button again. This candle closed. I'm just not pushing it because I'm really not feeling comfortable. This candle close above this gap. Next candle tap to this gap. That should be my buy again. I'm not going for this because already RB is here, so I'll wait for his trade. Should push my stop loss over here. Go for the trade again. The same thing again. I'm just not pushing it because like see, like last 3 days I'm reading it wrong. RB is here, so I'm waiting for RB to call the trade. If I got stopped out here, I would love to go for the re-entry from this same gap, from the same area again, to go for the run. I still believe it will go higher. That was unexpected to me. It closed here, we'll go for the rebuy again. But here I will just wait for this guy to frame a trade, RB. I still believe this is gonna be broken. The way it has been respected over here, I still believe it will go higher. Just not going to take any trade, just to see how it is going to react over here. I'll let the market to break this at first. See this candle, still this is gonna be the best OB to me. Still, I would love to look for the same kind of scenario again. If I miss the trade from this gap, I would love to prefer to take the buy from this OB from here. Stop loss is below this consecutive OB, 1 2 candle. We'll look for the same thing again, same kind of scenario, same thing again. Even if I miss this trade or re-entry from here, I'll try to take the buy from this OB if it tap to the OB, and we'll look for the same thing. Not pushing the button again, just love to see it. Not only from this gap but also from this OB. Both of these are the entry opportunity for me. I still believe it will start to go higher. 15-minute candle has closed above the new week opening gap high. There's the confirmation I'm going higher. That run I again was unexpected. Here, tapped to this OB, that's gonna be my buy again. Stop loss below this consecutive order block. This buy side liquidity still is in my mind over here. Not going to switch the bias, not going to think that it's gonna be a sell or nothing. Just keep going higher even if I get stopped out to this area. Got stopped out here, sorry, didn't get the entry from this gap. We'll go for the entry from this order block by believing it is gonna hold the market. At least you're going to give me the partial, which is gonna be like 34 handle, I guess. 25 handle, 34 handle, something like that. So until this area, it will go higher, or to the until the let me go for this standard deviation. So until this area around 0.5, at least until here, it will still go over there. First opportunity buy here, got stopped out. We'll go for a re-entry here. From there, missed this entry from here. We'll go for the trade from this order block. If I miss this order block entry, maybe I'll miss all other opportunities, all the opportunities. But this one is the last opportunity. RB, I'm still waiting for your trade. Okay, so if you see the data, I'll just frame a trade, brother. I really appreciate it, man. I'm waiting. Okay, I have an eye on the chat. I'm waiting for your call. Buy, sell. This is kind of the things I keep doing. First of all, that sell is 100% valid to me. That buy is 100% valid to me. That rebuy is 100% valid to me. If miss this rebuy over here, this order block entry is 100% valid to me. All of this is valid to me. Here, this area was like waiting for the, I mean, just look at this candle closed below this, enough for me to go for the trade. Didn't work. Sometimes it shit happens. I will accept that loss. This buy, I'm not gonna accept that loss because this market should not go below this breakaway gap. It should not go that. On February, we'll never see that market closed below this uh, breakaway gap. Sometimes it will happen, but very, very rare, very rare, very rare. Got stopped out here, we'll go for the rebuy here. Missed this rebuy, give a fuck. We'll take re-entry or the, after getting stopped out here, this order block buy is gonna be the next entry. After taking two losses here, either we'll go for the buy from here or I will go from the buy from this order block. Not going to switch the bias again. The only time I switched the bias was here from sell to buy because it was a confirmed breakout. I mean fake breakout, confirmed fake breakout. All of this price was telling that this is a bullish market. This new week opening gap hold the market, send it a bit lower. Again, shit happens sometimes, but this never happened. It should not happen. This gap should be unfilled. Market has 0% possibility to fill this gap 100%. Like 0% possibility. You know, zero means zero. Do you know why this gap should not fill? If this market fill this gap, it means it has cleared this buy side liquidity. Now it will start to look for sell side liquidity. Keep watching this gap. I would love to mark this gap into quadrant level. The maximum fall is gonna happen until the lower quadrant of this gap. That is the maximum fall. This line is the maximum fall. I prefer this market to trade maximum until this line. This is going to be the unfilled gap. Why? Market fall, cleared the liquidity, built to a VZ over here, traded the breakaway gap, trade the lowest down close body close candle as an order block, leave this unfilled gap. Again, if you look or cut out these candles, this is the lowest down close body close candle plus candles. This one is not the order block. This two candle is the consecutive order block. Trade this order block, new unfilled gap. Buy side liquidity, standard deviation 0.5. Why standard deviation? Because I don't have any other price action on my left, so I have to look for the standard deviation. I have the buy side here, I'll wait for the buy side liquidity. In between this area, I'll look for the standard deviation levels. If I go for this buy, I have already got 41 handle, 27 handle loss. First sell 27 handle loss, second sell I think it was 31 handle, right? 31 handle or something like that. So overall 60 handle loss. I took a 60 handle loss. If I don't over leverage, for example, I went for 5 micro contract for 50k account, 50k account, 5 micro contract, two loss is gonna cause me like $600, something like that. Here took another risk for kind of 28 handle from here, has provided me so far 38 handle. We'll try to take a partial around 50 handle or maybe 1:1. We'll let the market go for this buy side liquidity. As I don't have any other price action, I can simply close the trade or the take the partial to the lower the first standard deviation 0.5 or the, as I go for week to week, so -1 standard deviation. It's too far near to buy side liquidity. I never ever accept to hold the trade without the partial until this area. Best area to take the partial is 0.5. If you don't, like, how to say that, I mean, this is how it should work, simple. I'm still waiting for RB to frame a trade. I will keep talking about the price, and I believe that it will not going to prove me wrong most of the time. This is the institutional order flow entry drill. Means market is going to fall or tap to this gap, and then it will reverse from this gap. The gap just above this unfilled gap is the unfilled gap. Institutional order flow entry drill, tap to this gap, should keep going higher. Low, high, lower low. Highest up close body close candle, when the body is going to close above this candle, around here, around this candle, one tick above that candle. I'm gonna mark that candle around this area here, extend it to my right, one of the best breaker block around here. This candle closed above this breaker block. Now again, not only this candle but also all of these candles are the breaker block. I'm just going to mark the most sensitive one, which is the highest up close body close candle. This candle close, tap to this breaker block, forget about the order block entry. Tapped over here, you go for that buy. However, look at this, didn't react. Just, is this normal? I'm just asking you guys, is this normal to you? If it is normal to you, I have no word to say. But if you think this is not normal, then you are really welcome. Welcome to the weird price action. One candle. Hey, what happened? Someone is talking. Trump is talking. Like 86 candle. Is there someone talking, guys? Nobody. Anybody knows that? Fall again. Cleared all of these lows. We'll see if it can go higher. Why I wait for February? I would love to look. I would love to show this to you because it is important. I would love to show you this. Why I wait for February. Just look at this. Why I wait for February. What I'm saying, wait for February. I'll have learned everything from here. Let's see how 25,900 are received optimally to remail unfilled on 1032 candle basis 1 minute. 1032 candle remain unfilled. 1032 candle. I would love to see where is 1032 candle. 1032 candle, 1032 candle. Look at this candle over here. 1032 candle. When I talked about this, when it was like, look at the time, 10:34, when ICT has posted it 4 minutes ago, that means near about 10:36. Right now it's 10:40. ICT posted it 10:36. I showed you this. I showed you this when this candle appeared 10:33. So before ICT tweeted, 3 minutes before ICT tweeted. That was that gap. I told that I want to see this unfilled. Don't believe me? Look at the time. 5 minutes ago, okay? It's 5 minutes ago. You can see the time, 9:35. When I marked it, 9:34. 9:34, I marked this. ICT tweeted 9:35. 9:35. Go back, recheck. This is what I'm doing, guys. I have learned this from ICT. I didn't learn this from some prop, some sheet. RB, I'm still waiting for your buy or sell. Please don't remove his comment. Please don't remove his comment. Please don't remove his comment. I'm waiting for his data. For his data to take an entry. Please, Sophia, please don't remove her comment, his comment. I'm waiting for his signal. He took his buy from 8:30. So I'm asking him to frame another trade from now. And I'm giving my proof what I'm doing here with ICT himself. Even before ICT tweeted. So some of you can think that, oh, okay, he's tweeted and you are marking by seeing him. So I'm showing you the time as well. Not the most beautiful price action today. Not the most beautiful price action today. Breaker and fair value gap. Breaker and fair value gap. I don't know where he is talking about this one. I think breaker and fair value gap. I think he was talking about here. I think so. I just don't know where he mentioned that. Wanted to sell short. Okay, breaker fair value gap. Not in the most question. Let's say how received. Okay, 25,900. 25,900. Where is his 25,900? And 900. Okay, it came until this 900. I just don't know what do I have over there. I think something I have over here 900. Let me check what do I have over there. 25,900. Oh, okay. So it was actually this LFVZ, last fair value gap, above this buy side liquidity, relatively equal highs above this buy side liquidity. That was the last FVZ. Market came until there. Okay, I didn't know that. I'm still waiting for your buy or sell, brother. RB. I didn't forget about that. It came to this last FVZ, constant crossment, rejected from there, and started to act weird. Those people who are claiming their data, like RB or something else, ask them to frame a trade in this shit price action. Ask them. So all of this sell side liquidity is taken. Would love to see if it can go higher again and start to frame any something like anything. Okay, still I'm not bearish, still I'm bullish. I believe this market will go higher. It just fall, cleared the sell side liquidity, traded the equilibrium again of the daily fair value gap. It will go higher again. So if I buy here, for example, took the buy from this order block, and it has provided me like how many handles? 38 handle. However, would love to go for the buy again from this reclaimed gap. It will close above this gap, which was unfilled gap. Now it will close above this gap. We'll look for the buy again. If I don't find the buy, this highest up close body close candle so far is the breaker block again. Or if it build another breaker block, I'll look for that. Until now, this is the breaker block. Not bearish, still I'm bullish. Still I'm bullish. Still I believe this market will go higher. I'll frame the trade again. No, I'm asking Kuba. These guys should be ashamed of the people, because these guys are really a loser. They have no idea what they're doing, and they come someone's random live. I'm a very small guy in my life. There's just 150 people, 100 people. Okay, they doesn't need to come here. They should go to the Tania, ICT, all other people who has lot of viewers, and put there some shit over there. If they don't do that and come here, then I'll ask them to frame a trade. That's why I'm asking him, frame a trade before even saying a word. Frame a trade. Please frame a trade. It is gonna close above this gap. My new buy is gonna be appear from here again. I'll keep all the buy and sell here to show you how many times what happened. Okay. So there it was 27 handle, if I'm not wrong. I'll just keep putting the things over here. That is a losing trade here. That is a losing trade here. Then rebuy from there. That has provided, whatever it has provided, I'm just gonna keep it just for the sake of this area. It will close one tick above this gap, reclaimed gap, new buy from there, no sell. After even seeing this candle, I'm not saying that I'm bearish. I'm not bearish, I'm still bullish. That happened. Why happened? I have no idea. To be honest, I have no idea why this candle appeared on the chart. It will close one tick above this gap. My new buy is gonna be appeared on the chart again. Stop loss below this candle, which is gonna validate this reclaimed gap as a perfect gap. Gonna be target this buy side liquidity again. We'll see how far it can go. China tells such complaints uh, to halt Nvidia is to chief order the information Nvidia. Chinese government in the week asked some technology companies to temporarily pause plans to buy Nvidia's A52. That's why caused that, okay, sudden language. See this candle closed over here. Wherever it has closed, my buy is over there. Stop loss below this area. Look for that same buy side liquidity. In the meantime, we'll see if it can go at least 1:1. Everywhere I will look for 1:1. Putting it over here, we'll see how far it can go. I think RP is not around anymore. Who cares what he thinks and says? What meter is what long time subscribers think of you? No, I'm not I'm not talking about those. Okay, like Suzivan, I'm still reading the market. The way I do it, I'm just still doing it. In the meantime, I'm just reminding him to frame a trade. It closed. Wherever it has closed, I'm gonna take re-entry from this reclaimed gap. Validate this entry. We'll go for the re-entry. At least 1:1 partial, and then we'll go for this buy side liquid. Okay. How many times I can be wrong? I'll just frame all the trades today. We'll see how many times I can be wrong. And every time 1:1, at least 1:1. Just remember, every single time at least 1:1. But I'll just put it how far it can fall go, okay, from until this buy side liquidity. This loss I accept it. That loss I'm not gonna accept. This loss I'm not going to accept. This loss, it should not come over here. Re-entry will go for this reclaimed gap from here. If I miss this gap, for example, I missed the entry, I didn't push the button over here. For example, just for the sake of this conversation, I didn't push the button over here. I should push, but if I didn't, I forgot. Maybe I forgot. Okay, I was not here. I forgot to push the button. It's gonna close one tick above this candle. That's gonna be my rebuy from this breaker block around here. Stop loss below this breaker block. I have this inverse gap, so it's gonna be a huge inverse gap. I'm not able to cover all this inverse gap. I'm just not able to cover all of them. So what I will do, I'll just put my stop loss below this reclaimed gap when the body is gonna close above this breaker block. This is the breaker block that gave me 95% winning rate. Out of 100 trades I take from this breaker block, 95 is the winning trade. 95 times I'll be right from this gap, from this breaker block. When the body is gonna close above this gap, as I have this big inverse gap and I'm not able to cover this whole inverse gap, I'll just cover this reclaimed gap. When the body is going to close above this breaker block, I'll frame all the trade I will see in this market. Look, I'm not even talking about a single bearish. Not here. If it retests this breaker block, then the entry is valid. If it doesn't tap to this breaker block, the entry is not valid. It has tapped to this breaker block. That should be the entry exactly from this breaker block. This is the breaker block that gave me 95% winning rate. Out of 100 of the times, it will work 95 times. 1:1, okay? 33. So I'll keep it until 33 here. I will keep this one 33 as well. Wherever the 33 is, at least until 33. Let's see how many times I'm gonna get stopped out over here, okay? Every single time 1:1. One loss, 27 handle. Another loss, 31 handle. Then took the entry 27 handle. So put it around 27 handle. 27 handle. Think like I put the 7 handle, okay? Entry, entry. Assalamualaikum ma. আচ্ছা বাবা, আচ্ছা আচ্ছা মা। Okay, how many PDR we can trade? Need the confidence, man. Just one or two true loss is not going to be the end of the world. And I'm not going to accept not even a single shit people to talk about this. And their bullshit, the data or volume or bullshit, those things. I'm not going to accept that. All of these gaps doesn't have any value to me. Nothing, no value to all of these gaps. They should work like this way. Breaker block entry, if I take the breaker block entry over here, that's going to be the partial, at least 1 is to 1. We'll go for that 1 is to 1. If I take the entry wherever the candle has closed, reclaimed gap, no need to retest this gap from here to until this 33%. As I told, you can say, oh brother, I was waiting for this reclaimed gap to be tested before taking the entry. Breaker block entry, those people who missed this trade here, they're going to take the trade from this breaker block with so much confidence. Which one should you go? Take your decision. Just focus. Even after seeing this, I'm not framing the sell. No sell is valid to me. This was the last time I was looking for the sell reacting from this new week opening gap. Just last time. Reacting new week opening gap should keep falling to take the sell side liquidity. Didn't do that. No more sell is valid to me until this is going to take that buy side liquidity. Until it is going to take that buy side liquidity, no sell is valid to me. Every single time it will fall, it is falling to take the sell side liquidity. After clearing the sell side liquidity, it will start to go higher again. Now again, if the Nvidia or something like that appeared on the chart right now, I have nothing to do over there, right? Like Tamimi told, there is something Chinese or something like happened over here around this area. If something happened like that right now again, that's not in my hand. That's something like suddenly it happens. Hey James, how are you, brother? From Jaipur Hut. How are you, brother? It is consolidating. It doesn't mean that it is going to reverse. Hey guys, please don't forget to push the like button, okay? Brother, I didn't take the buy here. No problem. Take the buy now. I took the buy. Add more over here. Sorry, unfortunately, the stop loss is a bit bigger. Unfortunately, okay? Still, I didn't cover the whole inverse gap. But at least I have covered the most important PDRA by my stop loss. I repeat one more time. This is the breaker block that gave me 95% winning rate out of 100 if I go for this breaker block. Exactly where? After after like this also what was that? What was that? I want to say unfilled gap. When this gap is going to be closed 100% by the body. Most of the time by the body. Weak is also acceptable, but if it closed by the body, that is the best case of scenario. If it do that, I will immediately switch on my left. I will go on my left and we'll see where the low has been taken by another low. You see this low or that low or that low. All of these lows has been taken by that low. The highest up close body close candle is gonna be my breaker block. Any kind of inverse gap, that means if I look for the bullish breaker block, I have to look for the bearish gap around this breaker block. Whatever bearish gap I will have, I have to cover that whole bearish gap. Now I have to cover it until here, which is not possible for me. It's absolutely gambling. I'm gonna cover just this reclaimed gap. If I have something good, if you don't have anything, just mark this gap, inverse gap, cover the 50% of this inverse gap, just the 50%. If it is too big, okay, like I'm not able to cover the whole gap, then cover at least the 50% and start to pray to God, please, weak, don't did the damage. Watching. Kuba, this has taken the week low, but you have to also consider why it appeared on the chart. You have to consider that, brother. It is not the price action, it's the news. As I mean, Tamimi told. Okay, I really don't know, but as Tamimi told, there is some news from China, according to Nvidia. Okay, they're holding something. That's why it appeared on the chart. So you don't need to worry about this. It's not showing you any kind of price action. It's not think like it's never been over there. It's never been over there. Market stopped here, exactly to that candle. It stopped here, then come back, started like let me mark it. Let me mark it. See this closing, mark it and extend it to your right. This candle came to this area exactly over here. It came here. It started to start its journey again from here. Started here. So on before this candle, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This 10 candle is not in this chart. They're not even in this chart, just because this is some kind of manipulation, like market maker got an idea, got an opportunity to manipulate. Because of that news, he manipulated. It's not in this chart. This is the exact area or line where market first last traded. Come back again here, it started to start its journey. So I just can't remove these candles over here. Forget about them. They're not here at all. Over here. Okay. Makes you laugh when you see people hold heads from the floors to say nobody is. What did he say? Makes you laugh when you see people hold heads from the floor to say nobody is doing runs against retail traders. I must you guys you. Still you can have today. Note first presented fair value gap now. Why I wait for February? I think he didn't talk about anything important so far. This consolidation is making me more confident that this is bullish. Just remember this line. It's a very important line. I'm gonna make it bold. Hey Aziz, how are you, brother? It's been a long man. I don't see your name. Big 15-minute SMT with ES. Yes is bullish. YM is bullish. Everyone is bullish. See this entry, reclaimed gap entry, 1:1 partial. Okay. Now I'm going to remove this one here. That means those people didn't take the buy from this breaker block. That is the re-entry opportunity for them. Remember, I'm just going to remove this because I have already this one. So both of these are the same. So I'm going to just remove one from my chart and I'm going to keep another one. One loss 27 handle, another loss 31 handle. One partial, this one 28 handle. Sorry, where was that? Another one here. Second partial 33 handle. Third entry 33 handle. Let's see if it can give me at least the partial. Remember, it's not closed yet. This entry is not closed yet. It has given me the partial. I'm gonna hold the trade for this buy side liquidity. But let's say how many times it's gonna give me the partial. Okay. Both of them are bullish, brother. I think like ES is also bullish. Yeah, it's also bullish. And I think we have some SMT here with Nasdaq. If I'm not wrong. Mm, mm-mm. Yeah, we have some big SMT here. Like here, like here, and big SMT around this area. Sometimes I really feel bad when those people come, this type of people, and then start to say, if you don't know what you are doing, then man, how many days I'm doing wrong? Last 3 days, right? Today, yesterday, the day before yesterday. Whole December was a bad price action. Still, we had a bad day, just one bad day, just one bad day. Yesterday also, our first trade was a winning trade, at least the partial 24 handle, not Not huge, man. 24 handle huge. Now, if this market do that, what can I do, man? I know that it should respect from this breakaway gap, so I covered the breakaway gap. It just took me by a bit, by a tick. Look over here where I got stopped out. Just by a tick. What can I do, man? This is bad. I know that this is bad. Okay, how many times I'm gonna get the partial? Okay, one, two loss. One, two, three. Remember what did I say about this breaker block? This is called confidence. I was not confident here, but I was confident here. I never talked about sell. No sell was valid. I was not switching my bias. Yeah, of course, I switched my bias here because I got the deceive. Okay, to be honest, it happens always. It's not because of January or December. It happens almost every time. Sometimes this type of shit happens. Market just give me the deceive here, just close one tick, two tick below, and then start to go higher. It will keep happening, but this one not acceptable, and all other things is at least working right now. Until now it's working, so let's see if it can give us the at least the partial, okay, which is 33 handle. You can see how many handle it has already provided you. Okay, you will be able to see it over here around this area. So it's now 20 handle, one tick, 20 handle, 20 handle, one tick, something like that. Oh, brother, it's going to reverse. Of course not until this, like as long as this buy side liquidity is not been cleared. Even if it doesn't clear that buy side liquidity, it will go very near to this buy side liquidity. Okay, very near. Like this is the extreme buy side liquidity, so I'm not confident enough to think that it's gonna take that buy side liquidity. But it will go very near to this buy side liquidity. At least like here. I'll just mark a line over there. Here, okay. At least over there. It will go over there. Okay. I would love to show you one more thing. More entry opportunity. Now, this is really difficult because no, close. That's closed by the body. Yeah, that's closed by the body. So I have to look for this gap. This is the last gap below this buy side liquidity. I'm gonna extend it to my right. More entry, right? I don't know. I'm trading blindly. Seriously? Bullshit. Extend it to your right. For the first time, it has closed above this gap. For the first time, it has closed above this gap. Last FVZ, okay? Last FVZ. This is the candle that has closed above this gap for the first time. Next candle tap to this gap, rebuy. From here, stop loss is gonna be below this candle here. One, two, three. This three candle has validated this inverse gap. So the last gap as a valid inverse gap. Stop loss is gonna be below here, a bit below, okay, because there is a no wick candle. A bit below here, which is gonna be like how many handle? 23 handle. Let's see if it has provided me 23 handle or not. Okay, so 23 handle here, 23 handle. Sorry, not that one. Here, this one. 20 handle, two tick. 20 handle, two tick. Okay, at least the partial. 20 handle, two tick. Did it provide that to you? Last FVZ on your left, extend it to your right, which is just below this buy side liquidity. There is no other last FBZ. I don't think so. There is any other last FBZ instead of this last FBZ. Yeah, come here. Start looking from there, there, there. This is the only gap. So I have to be careful about this gap to see if it is closed by the body or not. Yeah, it has closed by the body. Like there is some body over here, not closing, but at least the body. This last gap has been worked by the body. So it's not the valid last gap. Instead of that, this is gonna be the valid last gap. extend it to my right to see if it can close above this gap. Closed above this gap, tap to this gap. Nobody should close below the constant crossment. At least 1:1 partial, and then hold the trade for the buy side liquidity. I'm sorry I didn't frame it before. I just gonna show this to you because I forgot about that. So keep it until 1:1 here, okay? And I'm gonna extend my breaker block entry to my right. Every entry, just think you took the partial, go put a stop loss to the break even, and you are going to get a stop loss to the break even, or you are going to get the boom to the buy side liquidity after taking the partial. I watched your breaker block video long time ago and found it very confusing for me. Maybe it will make sense to me now. I'll go and watch again. Please do that, because whenever I frame the breaker block, I think until now just one day it didn't work. Just one day for last 2 years. One day where I framed this breaker block in live, it didn't work. 1 or 2 days. So far I just remember 1 or maximum 2 days. And today is gonna be the third day, maybe it's not going to work. I'm not going to get the boom from this breaker block. Maybe today is gonna be the third day. Let's see if it can give me the boom or not. So how much did it provide so far? 21 handle. How much do I need? 33 handle. So I need 13 more handle to get or to say that breaker block has done its job. Now I don't care about my extreme liquidity. Close the trade around 33 handle. It's more than enough for being profitable. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh man, come on. Just 1 to 3 days is bad and people start to shit. How many PDRs do you need? How many times do you need to take the entry? And from where? I miss the trade here. 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 I miss the trade from this last step is where I will miss the trade. By the way, I'd really love to go to the 15-second chart, 15-minute chart to see if there is any last step busy or something from 15-minute chart or not. Okay, because I really need to confirm that I have nothing that can stop me. Okay, I really don't have anything from here. On my left hand side, I have nothing. I have a gap here. Around this area, I'm gonna mark that gap from 15-minute chart because it's important. From 15-minute chart, I don't need to worry about this market until that gap. Last FBZ, I'll just mark it like last FBZ. Extend it to my right. First, I need to worry about this area while this market is coming. This last FBZ, it can respect. Okay, a bit. It can respect. I have just no idea how it is going to be respected, but we'll see. Still, breaker block didn't give me the boom. Remember, if it doesn't work, then this is gonna be the next day, and I I believe that I'm not gonna say that breaker block didn't work today. I'm gonna say that it's gonna give me the boom. Don't listen to the haters, you rock. Hey Daniel, if we go get order block now from fair value cap at 11:30, uh, first tell me why is this gonna be your order block to take the entry? Why is that? At 11, right? This is the 11 candle. Yeah. Kuba, what is the meaning of order block? Change in state of delivery. What delivery market is going to change from this area? I'll just write it like this way and remove my text from there. What change in state of delivery? What What is the market changing? What this gap is changing? Is it changing a bearish market to a bullish market? What is it doing? Why you will look for a order block over here? Order block from there. Market came here, built buy side liquidity, started to fall. Order block. Referring this order block as a propulsion block here. Referring this order block as a propulsion block here. New order block. What state of delivery market is going to change over here? Ask this simple question, you will get all the confusion about the order block. Always ask, what state of delivery market is going to change? Is it changing sell side delivery to buy side, or is it changing buy side delivery to sell side? Ask this simple question, order block is gonna be absolutely clear to you. You can refer order block from this FVG, but it's not for taking entry. That means you are switching this FVG into a candle, FVG imbalances into a candle, changing the area, not for take the entry, just for read the market, just for trailing your stop loss, not to take the entry. Forgot about change in state of delivery. Okay, thank you so much, brother. I hope now it's clear. Still, the breaker block didn't give me my boom. You are afraid, right? I'm not afraid. Do you know how this is going to work? What does it mean? What does it mean? It means re-entry opportunity. That means I missed the entry here, reclaimed gap. Maybe I missed the entry here. Maybe I missed the entry here. I'm gonna take my entry from there. But brother, it's changing price. No, market is going to clear this liquidities, referring something from here to there, here to there. Going to use this to take the entry. As long as it's not reaching to a certain level. This is a 15-minute last FVG. So I'm not interested to see any kind of bearish movement without tapping to this gap. If it happens, means re-entry opportunity. If it doesn't happen, it means you are in this trade, you are letting this go. Still, the breaker block didn't give me my boom. How many handle did it provide me? 27 handle. Still, I need 6 more handle. Shit, man. Making me crying, okay, to be honest. I really need to see what. Ask yourself why would Phil run out those diagonal lows this morning? Okay, loving this price action? I'm not loving it. I hate this price action. Makes you laugh when you see people hit on blah 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 blah. Yeah, I really look, makes you laugh when you see people, old heads from the floor too, say nobody's doing rounds against retail traders. That's my oh man, this is awesome. This is awesome. I hate this price action. Still, it's consolidating. So when I'm seeing these candles, I'm getting afraid? Of course not. I know that it is reaching for this low over here around this area. This low is very, very interested for this market. Oh man, if I would love to fall, I would love to take that low before going higher. So if it keep falling, I'm not going to get very afraid. Oh, my breaker block is gonna be failed. No. If it started to happen from here, I would get started to be scared. Or maybe it is going to reverse right now. Maybe my partial level was here. So I would start to be very afraid to think that it is going to fall now because it has traded the last fair value gap from 15 minute chart. But here, random level. Randomness never happens. Now, when you will see it is falling, you will say that, oh, brother, everyone can do that by seeing the market. No, when this was appeared, right? Remember this candle? I showed this to you, not this candle, that candle, that green candle over here, that green candle around here. Then I told that it is going to fall to clear this low, then it will start to go higher again. Phil is the market maker ICT calls. I know. I know. It's awesome, man. Sometimes ICT just say something. I know that you guys will say that why I'm really reacting with RB's comment. Problem is, brother, these people never appreciate people. Okay, they are really so kind of. If I give them some kind of, if I let him go, he will do this to other people. That's why I didn't want to let him go. I asked him to frame a trade. Just frame a trade for me. That's all I ask him. I don't want to let them go to ruin others people's life or their mentality or everything. They're ruining mine. I'm gonna accepting. I'm gonna ask them frame a trade for me. Just stop this bullshit. Frame a trade for me. How many trades I have framed after that? One, two, one, two. From the order block as well. Three, four, five, and I will see if it can give me another opportunity to frame another trade. I'm just waiting to see if this low can be taken. Frame another buy. Remember, I'm not talking about sell. This is called the event horizon. I really don't know how to use this event horizon. ICT has already explained this event horizon, but I saw that it's random, okay? Like very random, very random, very random. So I really don't want to believe in this event horizon. But if you guys study this event horizon, maybe you will be able to use this event horizon for yourself. I'm just not able to do that. I never saw some kind of precision from this event horizon. So I don't use this event horizon as my higher time frame PTRA. So market fall, took that low. We'll see if I can frame a buy opportunity again. If it build a bullish fair value gap over here, that's my new buying opportunity. We'll see. So cleared this sell side liquidity over here around this area. Liquidity has been cleared. I'll just wait to see if it can build another bullish FVZ to let me enter again. If I miss this trade from the breaker block, I would love to enter from here now. No, no, please, Sophia, please don't do that. Mahadi, are you here? I'm observing this gap. This is a very strong gap. It should hold the market. This gap should hold the market. I'm gonna remove this one, okay? Hi Mahadi, how are you, sir? Did you take any trade today? Is tomorrow is trading day since Friday's NFP. Is Friday NFP? I don't think so. Friday is NFP. Check. Okay, Friday's NFP. I didn't. How can I miss that? Oh man. Yeah, if Friday is NFP, then from today's PM session to until 8:30 a.m. Friday, no trade is valid. So today's PM session to until Friday 8:30 a.m. We should I say like that way? I think I can use the what to say? I mean the until here. That means as long as the Friday 8:30 is not going to appear on the chart, I'm not going to take any trade. Okay, it didn't hold the trade. That means I can use this as a reclaimed gap. Same way I have used this one, but for that I need to see to take some sort of more sell side liquidity. Not only this sell side liquidity, I have to look for this low as well to be taken. If I would love to use this gap as a reclaimed gap to take the entry like I have done here, just I need to see if it can clear that low. If it clear that low, I can use this gap to take my entry. If it failed to clear this low, I won't be able to use this gap to take my re-entry or to take the rebuy. We'll see if it even if it doesn't provide me the rebuy, I will have nothing to do, right? Come back to this 1 minute last FVZ around here. Breaker block is bit below. Maybe it will retest the breaker block and the min threshold of this breaker block and then start to go higher. This fall is not gonna tell me to take the sell. I'm not interested to take the sell. But before that, I really need to see did really anything very specific. Mm, is important? I don't think so. I don't think so. This is very important. Still holding the market. No, I don't think so. It's very important to me. No, I don't think so. Not important. No, not important. So over here, what happened? Let's see if it can clear that low or not. Over here. I wish it will clear this low so that I can frame another trade from this gap. If this low is taken. If this low is not taken, I won't be able to frame another trade. Bearish. YM is still bullish. YM was always bearish until now. Let's see. Okay, that low is cleared. Means the first time it is going to close above this gap, I'm gonna take a rebuy. Of course, if the buy appeared on the chart around a 11:30, that's not valid. Around 11:30, no buy is valid. That means within four candle, if it close above this gap, I'll be able to frame this buy again. If it close above this gap around 11:31, I won't be able to frame a new buy. That's not possible for me. Stop loss is still here because you didn't take any partial. The stop loss is still over here for the breaker block entry, and last FVZ entry, maybe you'll get stopped out to the break even after clearing the partial. And this one around here, it is also going to be to the break even because you have taken the partial for this entry as well. That entry over here, you're going to put the stop loss to the break even, so maybe it will get stopped out to the break even as well, but only you are going to be hold by the breaker block entry where the stop loss is still over there as you didn't clear the partial. If I were here, I would have gone stopped out long time ago. When this appeared on the chart, my stop loss would be just below this low. If I was more conservative, then I would put my stop loss below the constant encroachment. Of course, I would take the partial in between that area. This market will fall now. Bro, how I pro ICT trader? Bro, how I pro ICT trader? I pro ICT trader. I didn't understand, brother. I'm not trading since December. Okay. Why is that? You're so conservative. I want you to lose some money. Mahdi, we all are losing the money. Why you are not losing the money? Please lose some money with us. Can it go below the breaker block? Of course it can go, because you remember the inverse gap over here. It is also trading the inverse gap, so it of course can go a bit below this breaker block, and until this reclaimed gap, it is absolutely acceptable. There is nothing wrong if it is falling. But this line over here, the lower quadrant of that immediate rebalance week, I want to see it will be respected. At least this line should be respected. Tap to this reclaimed gap, old reclaimed gap high over here. If it could respect from here, that could be the best case of scenario, however. Watching this 50-minute candle, how it is going to respect the 50% of this week over here from the immediate rebalance week. Can it respect the 50% of this immediate rebalance week and then start to go higher? So after 25 seconds, this candle is going to close. I don't want to see this candle is going to close below the red line on my right hand side. Or in other words, this 1 minute candle should not close below this red line. How can I be a ICT pro trader? How can you be a ICT pro trader? You are asking that? You have to practice a lot, brother. You have to practice a lot. Not such a fun way to lose. Oh man. So this 50% here has been respected, as well as body has respected the upper quadrant of that immediate rebalanced week. Good. Good to see. But no more trade is valid. That means no more entry is valid. If it was inside the session, I would frame this trade from this reclaimed gap. As the time is up, I'm not going to frame any other trade. We'll just see how the breaker block is going to send the market higher. That's all. Okay, no more re-entry is valid, because this is the lunch hour. I really don't want to take any more risk from the lunch hour, inside the lunch hour. So we'll see if it can hit at least the partial which is not been hit yet from my breaker block. The breaker block still didn't give me the part, I mean, the boom yet. Okay, the reason is we are going to go for this 1:1. My stop loss is 33 handle. I will take the partial around 33 handle. If I go with this 1:1 rules, still I didn't get the boom. So if this breaker block failed to give me my boom, I will say, okay, this time the breaker block didn't work. I would love to keep this gap over here, but not going to frame any trade from this gap. We'll just observe this gap. Middle of the hour, which is 11:30, is the best hour to go toward your direction. Middle of the hour is the best way or best area to think the run toward your direction. Fall, cleared that low. If it was inside the session, new entry was valid from that area. Remember not to retest where the body is gonna close, entry is gonna be from there. Not retest. It's not valid right now. Remember that things, because it's inside the lunch hour. So around the lunch hour, we don't trade. I'm just holding my stream to see if this breaker block give me my boom. As I told, it's gonna work 95% of the time. I'm just waiting for that to see if it can hold the trade. Sorry, if it can hold the market and send it higher, at least until 1:1. It came exactly to the top of this reclaimed gap over here. Exactly over here. 15-minute candle respected the immediate rebalanced week 50% so beautifully over here. That means the body also closed above the upper quadrant of this immediate rebalanced wick, which is of FVZ. The 50% of this wick is an FVZ. And the upper quadrant is going to tell me, is it still bullish or bearish? Is it bullish? Body is going to close above the upper quadrant. Is it bearish? Body is going to close below the upper quadrant. Sell, no sell is valid. This is not a bearish market. You know why this market is falling? To clear this low, respected by this gap, keep going higher, at least until this gap. At least until this gap. Failed. It has failed. Next target this low, because now this gap is going to be used as a reclaimed gap. So it wants to use this gap as a reclaimed gap. That's why it fall to clear the low here, trade some imbalances or unfinished business to finish, go higher. Here I just don't know it is going to take that buy sell liquidity or not, at least until this 50-minute last FVZ. No switching the bias, no bearish, nothing. If it started to happen from this last FVZ, I could say that now it's time to look for some sort of sell side liquidity, some sort of sell opportunity, as it reversed from a random level. This is a random level. We have tried a lot to find something over here, and we have found 1 hour bearish gap, but it was not that good to me, so I just didn't mark it. Of course it is valid, but it doesn't look good to me. Okay, to be honest, you can see over here is that area. Sorry, one more thing. This is that area, and the body from 1 hour candle has closed above the 50% of this 1 hour FVZ. So I'm not giving the priority to this gap. It is of course valid, but just not going to give the priority. That's all, because the body has closed above that hourly gap, constant crossment. So not going to give the priority to that gap. Kuba, I don't know you are here or not. Lowest down close body close candle, one of the best order block. Here, see this candle, one of the best order block that has changed in state of delivery. Fall here, change the state of delivery here, sending the market higher. We have 25,935 buy side also. 25,935. 935. Okay, I'll just keep a line over there. I just don't know. You guys just mark the, yeah, I mean what to say, I mean the buy side liquid, okay? Wherever you think the buy side is, just mark that, and you can even take the partial instead of here. You can go for that partial if you have some partial over there. Struggling to break this gap, a very important gap, not for now, it's important for later, okay? Kind of outside of the lunch hour, it's important outside of the lunch hour. So if it was not lunch hour, I could use this gap to take a rebuy, but now I'm just not going to do that. We'll just see this, okay, for the learning purpose. Not new entry is valid, no new entry is valid. Look at the reaction from this area. Is it like, look at this area, this is a random area, right? A very random area, there is nothing. But here this is very important. This market is going higher, retest, going higher, build the FVZ before the most logical level. It should be respected, market should keep going higher. Has been violated over here, means this gap is now going to get very important. Close out this, tap to this gap, or maybe it is not going to tap to this gap, will keep going higher. This is gonna be some kind of, you know, the magnet, the same side. I don't know what ICT has posted again. Guys, I will close my stream just after that, okay? After that, boom. Let them have NFP week. Too many out here eager to lose their knot before the market get easy. This is a tough market. I am just tired to keep saying that. Let December, January to go. Let December, January go. Let December, January go. From the second week of February, we are going to see the beautiful price action. Suddenly, you will start to see everything is in line. Everything is working so beautifully. Silver being held down, backs in trouble. Trouble if it gets where it should be. Okay. 1 minute last FVZ constant crossment respecting. 1 minute last FVZ constant crossment respecting. This guy sending the market, it's trying to send the market lower. 1 minute last FVZ is holding the trade again. The 1 minute last FVZ is saying, brother, we are sorry, we fall because to prove the retail trader we are bearish. Those people who are new to ICT trader or very new in ICT trading, they are going to be deceived over here because they're willing to look for this as a market structure shift. They will look for some kind of fair value gap to take the sell, and they will take the sell. I'm gonna stop them out. I'm gonna go out. I mean, sorry, go toward the liquidity as well as some certain level because I'm random over here. This is random, not random. I should not say like that way. This is random because still it is inside the 1 hour last FVC. But the way I told you, right? The body has closed above the constant crossment. That's why I'm saying this is random. So please don't mind and don't please come back and say that brother there is 1 hour last fair value gap. Why you are calling this random? I'm calling this random just because the way this market worked. I have beautiful buy side liquidity here. I have 50-minute last FVC here. I have all the PDRs over here. I'm just saying this is a random level. So I got it was in fair value gap. Sorry, I got it. It was in FVZ. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, Kuba. Market fall cleared the liquidity. See, this liquidity has been cleared. All of this liquidity has been cleared. Everything has been cleared. Market structure shift here. This is the market structure shift. Last fair value gap, entry fair value gap. Sorry, entry fair value gap here. You can see entry fair value gap. Last FBZ. Market never trade this entry fair value gap. Come back to trade this entry fair value gap. Order block. Tap to this order block. Market is going higher. If I didn't have this breaker block, if I didn't have this reclaimed gap, if I didn't have this, what to say, I mean uh, uh, the weak quadrant levels or whatever you say, if I didn't have those, I would never look for this order block. If I go for that, there is nothing wrong. At the beginning of this stream, you can rewatch that part where yesterday's PM session. Yesterday's PM session, okay? This candle came to this entry gap over here around this area, entry gap. Validate it as an order block by this candle. Take the buy from this candle, boom, market will go higher. But it didn't happen, fall, stop you out over here, and then trade the last FBZ, build another order block, will go for that buy over here. If I would love to frame a buy from this entry gap, from this, where this entry gap, there is nothing wrong. But I always prefer this market to come to this last FBZ. Now I have a lot other PDRs over here. They are important. So market, I am expecting it is not coming to this last gap. Okay. So either way, I'm not framing any trade, but this is how you look for the order block that is changing the state of delivery. This candle close, that candle close above this reclaimed gap, this gap, that gap, same gap. If I were inside the session, it is not a valid buy right now. If I was inside a session, like that could be my new buy. And I'll go for 1:1. It's 20. That could be my new buy if I were inside the session. Remember this trade here? It closed, re-entry over here, exactly over there. I would go for this trade if it was inside the session. Again, it is not inside the session. I'm not saying, I never say that any of this trade that you should not go for this trade. But here I'm saying this. Don't go for this trade. Don't push the button. Please don't push the button. Even if you are 100% sure, please don't go for this trade. If it was inside the session, that could be my new buy. At least 1:1 partial. 12 handle, 20 handle. At least 1:1. And my 1:1 minimum is 20 handle. Breaker block is still holding the market. So my breaker block still didn't like made me unhappy. Still it didn't made me unhappy. Fall until here. which is called Mohawk, go below this breaker block a bit, traded this inverse gap. I'm just not going to mark it because it's gonna be thousands of the thousands of the thousands of the thousands thing over here. See this? Gonna mark the quadrant level, upper quadrant. See this inverse gap, upper quadrant maximum until the 50%. You should expect maximum until 50%. Trade upper quadrant going higher. Gonna remove this because it's gonna be a lot of time lines. Going to remove this immediate rebalance weak. The 50% is one of the last fair value gap. Gonna remove it, holding it to see if the breaker block gave me my boom or not. Gonna remove this inverse gap as well, and to see if it give me my boom or not. Okay, I already got the boom from the breaker block. Remember, 1:2. It has already given me that boom. Now when RB told me that if you don't know, if you do that blindly, you will keep losing. I would love to see how many loss I have taken, how many loss. Okay, 28 handle, 31 handle. I'm so sorry for these big losses. For some other people, it's nothing. For me, it's huge. You are with me, that's why you are seeing this huge. But other people will take 40 handle, 60 handle, 80 handle stop loss. And here you are scaring with this 60 handle. So I'm gonna call it 60 handle loss. I took 60 handle loss. 28 handle. So there is the order block. I'm not going to add it. It has already given you the 1:1 partial. I'm just not gonna add it. 28 handle, 1:1. You closed the trade. 27 handle, 1:1. You closed the trade. 21 handle, 1:1. You closed the trade. Breaker block, 1:1, which is 35 handle. You closed the trade. Now this one, I'm not saying it is a valid trade, but if it was inside the session, I told you how you are going to use this gap. Just for the sake of this conversation, I'm saying 1:1, 20 handle. Did I do anything wrong over here? Now here, what did I do wrong? This thing I was absolutely wrong, and it is keep going. It is going to happen every single time. If I feel good here, this gap was important to me. This candle just closed below this gap, one tick below this gap. This is my area to look for the sell. I'm so sorry because I don't know how to fix this. Sometimes I really do this type of shits, and sometimes I have to take the losing trade. This loss is just my bad luck because it should not go below this breakaway gap. It should not go below this breakaway gap. See this here? It respected the constant crossment over here. Look at this, even that fall. That fall, where did it respect it? Just look at this. Where did it respect it? Now, this was the news candle, so of course it went too far because we did the damage. Just look at the bodies. It is going to tell you the truth. Here, the bodies closed below this breakaway gap, not accepted at all. And look where I got stopped out. Go higher, buy, 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 everything. How long? Buy side liquidity. Breaker block, take the partial, hold the trade until the buy side liquidity, put your stop loss to the break even. All other entries, maybe you got stopped out. Maybe you are in this trade. Take the partial, hold your trade for this buy side liquidity. Breaker block, 95% winning rate from this breaker block. By explaining everything, by putting the stop loss, unfilled gap, reclaimed gap, not for taking entry here, just to refer this line that it can maximum trade here or maybe until the 50%. There is nothing wrong if it trade the 50%. There is nothing wrong. Like now, nobody knows that when it is going to trade the 50%, when it is going to respect the high or lower quadrant or the low. Nobody knows that. But you have to give the space a bit here. Everything is here. I talked about this gap, re-entry opportunity here. I talked about this gap, re-entry opportunity from here, entry from there. Buy side liquidity is here. Did I ever talk about sell? How far it can fall maximum? Did I ever talk about sell even after seeing this candle? News candle, gonna ignore that. All other things. Now, it is not going to give me the boom. I'm so sorry, guys. I will ask those type of people again and again. So so that they can stop their bullshit. At the beginning, I was looking for a sell. Not only me, ICT was also looking for a sell. I was waiting for this candle to close. So if it would happen like this way, one tick below this gap, closed below this gap, I would take the sell with so much confidence. It is going to fall and take that sell side liquidity. Because it should not give me the wrong information. It should not give me the wrong information. Sometimes in January, in February, sorry, in January, in December, happens, man. Happens, man. Let's see if it can give me my buy side liquidity to be taken. That was the buy side liquidity. I would go for all these buys if it could fall, clear some sort of sell side liquidity. I would start to take the buy at the beginning of the run. I wouldn't wait for this area. I would start to go for the trade around this area. Oh, by the way, we are waiting for the news, by the way. So let's see if it can hit the boom, like the extreme buy side liquidity. Thank you, Sophia, for writing boom, sister. Guys, I just need 12 more likes to make it 100 likes. So if you guys push some like button, I'll be very happy. I'll be very happy. I'll be very happy. Okay. You like Friday price action? 35% people love the December price action. 50% doesn't. 15% no comment. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sophia, for the boom, sister. Okay, I'm wrong. It didn't clear the buy side liquid. Thank you. I love to be wrong. But I'll keep it here. If it doesn't take this and fall, that means you have another opportunity to take the buy. Thank you so much. If anyone has any question, please let me know. Thank you, bro. This is not a good price action. Even ICT himself is saying this is not a good price action. Okay. Why I wait for February? Look at this. Why I wait for February? Because it didn't work the way we expect it is going to work. Loving this price action? Absolutely not. Let them have NFP week. Okay. Tomorrow is gonna be disaster. However, what is that? Last FBZ from where? From the mid chat, right? I think this is from the 50-minute chart. So 50-minute candle is gonna close. Nobody's gonna close below the constant encroachment before taking this buy side liquidity. If the 15-minute candle close above this last FBZ, it has the power. It has the power to stop the market, send it lower for those sell side liquidity. It has that power. This last FBZ from 15-minute chart, it has that power. Not 1-minute chart, last FBZ, but 15-minute last FBZ has that power. So I don't want to see that. Sophia, from where? What do you mean by from where? We have hit a daily swing high. Should we see some reaction now? I think this is the high, right? I marked this high. I don't know what is this high, but this is some high that I marked, and I think this is the buy side liquidity. As I marked it, I think this is the buy side liquidity. That is my target. So as long as it's not taken, I'm not expecting some kind of reaction. I would love to see it will be taken and market will come here, and then I will start to look for the reaction. Suzivan, was that your question? I mean, that one? I didn't take the trade, just booming the last trade. Any source to master ICT concepts? Very tough question. Very tough question, brother. Anybody can help us, me and Ranjit Kumar. Any of you can help us. Any source to master ICT concepts? Because I really don't have any reply. I don't know any reply. If you guys can help us, because I really would love to be a master of ICT concepts. Give us. That high you have is from December contract, I believe. Oh, okay. So the highs has been cleared already. Yeah, I marked it from the December contract. I guess. Yeah, that is the high, and that's my target actually. I really don't know it has been cleared or not. But Let's keep it until that area and wait until that's taken. I mean, until that's taken. It's a very logical level, right? Let it be taken. Use this new week opening gap to frame a sell. Until new week opening gap, keep looking for the buying opportunity. I think that's the best case of scenario. Thank you, Jamie, for the boom, man. You're late. Give me the boom earlier. March contract high is already hit. Okay. I think then the liquidity is taken already. Just make sure that I don't know what to say. I mean, I think it is gonna be taken. Market is going to trade this new week opening gap. Then it's gonna be reacting from here. I think that just let it do whatever it wanna do. Okay. It will see at PM session. You wanna kill me, man? You wanna kill me? I'll go over there and then again RB will come and then I will start to ask him to favor trade. It's gonna be difficult. If price is above 50% dealing range, H4 is safe to focus only in buying ever price makes sell side liquidity. Of course, man. Thank you for asking that question. Now you asked me the question from the 4 hour chart. I'd love to go and see here. Okay, this is the buy side liquidity. This is the target for me. Okay, and as long as it's not taken, I'm bullish. This is the range over here, dealing range, low of the dealing range, high of the dealing range. When it is going higher, if it work with this equilibrium, failed to trade this line, upper quadrant of this dealing range, there is much more possibility it will fall and clear this relatively equal lows or whatever I have around this area. It is going to go over there. When it came to this dealing range upper quadrant, that means extremely premium area. This is the extreme premium area, which is very near to this buy side liquidity, right? It can simply go take that buy side liquidity. There is nothing wrong. If it start to retrace, like you are seeing, this is retracing. You don't need to look for this dealing range anymore. This dealing range has done its job. This dealing range, I need to confirm, is this market bullish for this buy side liquidity? Is this market bearish for some sort of sell side liquidity? Maybe this relatively equal lows. Okay, think like that. Right? This is the relatively equal lows. What is it waiting for? The sell side liquidity, the buy side liquidity. Just a second, guys. I was smoking and the fire just fall. Dealing range low. Now you can simply mark this one. You don't need to get confused by this low. I'm just marking the sell side liquidity, okay? But you should go for this area. You can see just a bit slight difference, okay? However, you should go for this area. I'm just showing you here to here. This is the dealing range. Came here, I'm bullish. I'm gonna be bullish because it came to the upper quadrant, okay? So this dealing range is not important anymore. Now I'm seeing it is falling. When I'm seeing it is falling without clearing the buy side liquidity after reaching to the upper quadrant, I don't need this dealing range anymore. What I'm going to do, I'm gonna go the low and the high, the dealing range. That high has cleared some sort of buy side liquidity. The low that has cleared some sort of sell side liquidity. Marked that dealing range, new dealing range. Going to expect the 50% to be respected, send the market higher. If this market come to this lower quadrant here, it means it's gonna be a long-term consolidation, something like this. And then there is much more possibility it will fall and clear that low. Much more possibility. Look, when it is coming. First, when I'm just marking this and like here, it came here. I'm not saying that like this. I'm not saying this. I need this dealing range over here to send the market here at first. When it send here, I don't need to worry about anything else except that buy side liquidity. So I'm extremely bullish. No buy, no sell, nothing, only bullish. When market is retracing without clearing the buy side liquidity, I'm going to go to the new dealing range over here. Over here, every time frame you'll just do that like the same way, and then you will expect market is going to work with the upper quadrant. The best area to reverse is from this upper quadrant area. Whatever FBZ, new week opening gap, new day opening gap, whatever you will get, you will expect this is the best area. Market will tap, go higher, take that buy side liquidity. Best area from this upper quadrant. If this market fall, how far it can fall? Maximum, equilibrium. If there is a gap aligned with this line, lower quadrant area, that gap should not be traded. Even if it trade that gap, which can be the last FBZ or the entry FBZ, anything, even if the gap is going to be traded, this market can't touch this line. It has to close a bit above of this line, a bit above. Don't forget until here. Don't forget that. I'm gonna show you something else. Remember this dealing range over here, daily chart, here to here. There is a FVZ, this candle low, and with this volume imbalance. This is an FVZ with the volume imbalance. When this market came here, where it should go, I don't know that it is going for that high or is it going to go for these lows. I don't know that. So what I am going to do, I'm waiting to see how far it can go, how far it can go. It came until this equilibrium. Still I'm bearish. If I'm looking for some kind of short or something like that, still I'm bearish. And then when it came here around this area, exactly over here, I'm not bearish anymore. I am now bullish for this high, dealing range high. I'm bullish for that area. It should keep going higher, take that high. If I see it is retracing around this area, it is retracing, I will immediately go from there to their new dealing range, and I will expect it is going to react with the equilibrium. It should not come to this lower quadrant area. There is a FVZ. The best is it is not going to trade that FVZ. It's not going to trade that. Even if it trade this FVZ, it's not going to touch this market. Then it will start to go higher again. Coming back to 4-hour chart. So until 4-hour chart, we have seen that it failed to trade the lower quadrant of that dealing range. So new 50%, right? When it trade this 50%, I'm gonna mark this new dealing range over here. From here to here, what is my expectation? If it could come to this lower quadrant, either it's gonna be consolidation or it's gonna take that sell side liquidity. There is less possibility this market will go higher and take that buy side liquidity. As it missed the lower quadrant, started to go higher. I'm now watching the lower quadrant area, this lower quadrant area. If there is a gap, that is the best gap to take the buy. Exactly from here, that is the best gap to take the buy. If it is aligned with this line, how long? Until the equilibrium. What is your expectation? This market is keep going high, right? It has to go to this upper quadrant again. So when this leg is coming, where it is coming from? It's coming from this huge dealing range. Remember, this dealing range and this dealing range are the same. This and this are the same. This one and that one are the same. Means, for example, came here. I'm not expecting it's gonna be consolidation here. I'm not going to expect that it's gonna be consolidation here. When it came to this area, I'm gonna expect this is going to clear this high over here, this dealing range high, and then will continuation for this line or whatever it is. Without clearing, for example, it came until here and now it is started to retrace. Just for the sake of this conversation, it is retracing. What I will do, I'll go from here to this new dealing range and I will expect this market can maximum fall until this equilibrium, until this equilibrium, and then it will go higher. If it doesn't do that, instead of that come to this area, much more possibility it's gonna do either this or it is going to fall to take this low. That is 90% possibility, okay, something like that. What should it do? It should work with this maximum area, the best area. If you see that there is no retracement, okay, at all. If there was a retracement, is this market is also falling, something like that. That is the best area for the reversal to go for this high over here, around this high. Maximum fall until this area. Unfortunately, it just fortunately, it just keep going higher. For what? This high. This high is important to me. Around this high. When this high has been cleared, I'm gonna go the origin high around this area. It's taken, market started to retrace. For example, it is coming from this area to retracement. Remember this leg over here, that leg, just don't forget about that leg. After this leg, high has been cleared, new high has been built. I'm just gonna move my dealing range. For example, it started to retrace, okay? Gonna mark the same thing again from here to here. Going to expect this is going to react until here, will go higher. If it come here, it means there is a possibility market will keep falling. Sorry, there is much more possibility market will keep falling. No consolidation, no nothing, no reaction, nothing. Much more possibility market will keep falling if it come to this that line. Same here, remember, 50% fall, something like that. I think no, not this one, sorry. If it come here around this area, then there is much more possibility for the consolidation. I'm sorry, if it come here, there is much more possibility it will keep consolidating and take that low, not the falling or something like that. Consolidation area, okay. Jamil, is that clear? Jamil, I need the reply from you. Is that clear or not? Cigarette silk not trading. So my boom is not valid because it's late. Lol. No man, every boom is acceptable, man. People doesn't want to write down boom, and I really need that boom because I love that boom, and I believe that I have got that boom already, right? I think I got the boom. Whatever the buy side liquidity was, I think it's taken already. Thanks T2 for answering me. No problem. Obrigado. No, nada. Hey T2, where are you from? I'm from Bangladesh, brother. Unfortunately, I'm from Bangladesh, man. Have a wonderful rest of the day, brother. Once again, I posted my payout in Discord. Thank you. Thank you so much, man, for posting that payout. I will, of course, I will observe that payout. I mean, I'll see that. I love to see the payout from you guys. See you tomorrow. But tomorrow, remember, it's gonna be disaster because the day after tomorrow is the NFP, so it's gonna be disaster. Okay. Solely Dragon Ball. Thanks, bro. No problem. But I really need the reply from the Jamil before closing. Did he got the reply? Because he asked me the question about the dealing range, and I tried my level best to talk about this dealing range. It is always everywhere. If you see over here around this area, okay, this is the dealing range. So this is the high of the dealing range. This is the low of the dealing range. If I go over here, okay, so look over there. Here to here, this is the dealing range. I don't know where the market will go when it came here, right? I just don't know where the market will go. If I'm bullish or I'm thinking that this market is going for that buy side liquidity, then I'm gonna expect this market will maximum work with this 50%. If it comes here, it means this market is more bearish now, more bearish. But I just don't know is it bearish or not. Okay, I just don't know how I'm going to change the dealing range. So from there, I'm gonna go to the new dealing range over here. In this dealing range, new dealing range, when it came to the lower quadrant, what should I expect? Market is going to fall, right? Remember, one more thing again, one more thing, same thing again. Dealing range low, dealing range high, trade the lower quadrant. It means it has much more possibility to keep falling. Now, if it would love to keep falling, I'm gonna mark the new dealing range around here, and I'm gonna expect this market will never come to this upper quadrant area. If it come to this upper quadrant, there's much more possibility it will be consolidation. It can maximum work with the equilibrium. When it come until here, around this area, failed to trade the upper quadrant, I was bearish from the previous leg. I was bearish from the previous leg. This leg has also confirmed I am bearish. When it left that buy side liquidity, traded that 50% and then started to fall. If I see the reaction without clearing that low, remember this low, not that dealing range low, not that low, this low, without clearing this low, if it started to retrace, I would go for this new leg to look for the 50% to find out the fall. It has cleared that low. Look at this low. It has been cleared over here, right? That is the low has been cleared. So I'm gonna remove my dealing range high here to the new buy side liquidity here and the new low over there, around there, new dealing range over here. Going to remove this high to here, which is a dealing range high, dealing range low over there. Let me show you this. Not 100% of the time, but most of the time it's going to work like that way. I think this example is gonna be the last thing I'm gonna talk today, and we'll see you tomorrow. And after this example, it's gonna be clear to you. New dealing range. Now I don't know, is this market will keep falling for this low, or is it going higher for these highs and then this buy side liquidity? I just don't know what is going to happen, because it was interested to go for this low. But from this dealing range here, we knew that when it came here, market is going for that low. Remember, from that dealing range, we knew that when it came to the lower quadrant, this low is now my target. What I'm going to do, I'm going to mark a new dealing range and watching this upper quadrant. I want to see this market to work with this leg here, the lower quadrant, and it will keep falling. If it failed to trade this, failed to fall from this low, instead of that it starts to go higher where it should maximum go until this equilibrium. If it come here, it means it's gonna be a consolidation. Rest of the time it's gonna be a consolidation. Market fall, trade this area, took that low again, make a new dealing range here, new dealing range. Remember, until this low is not taken, I am bearish, because the main dealing range, all of this price action is inside that dealing range, and that dealing range first told me I'm going for that low. That big dealing range has told me I'm gonna go for that low. As long as it is helping, the dealing range is helping me, I'm gonna just replace the dealing range over here. So it came here. Now again, it should work with this lower quadrant, keep falling for this low, old low. More importantly, that low here, that low. What happened? If it go above this high, how far? Until this equilibrium. It should fail to trade the extremely premium area. Trade this upper quadrant, send the market lower for this old dealing range. Remember, this old dealing range low has been cleared around this area. It has been cleared exactly from where? Equilibrium, never reached around this area. When this low has been cleared, now I'm gonna go move this dealing range low, dealing range high. Where is the dealing range high? Here. Going to go back again, that new dealing range. Remember, why I moved to the dealing range? Because it was inside this whole dealing range. When the low or the high of the dealing range is taken, I have to go back again, a new dealing range. This is broken now. No price action is inside this leg anymore. There is a new leg now. Where is the leg high? This is the leg high. This is the leg low. Where the market will go? I don't know that, brother. Is this going for that high? I don't know that. Is this going for that low? I don't know that. After reaching here, okay, when the market started to retrace, first I need to see where the market will go. If it would love to keep continue falling, one more time I'm gonna repeat, I'm so sorry for that. I know nobody love this listening, but please focus, it will help you to understand this dealing range. I'm just trying to make it simpler. Okay, new big dealing range. I don't know where the market will go. If this market would love to keep falling, it will never go to this upper quadrant level. When it came to this upper quadrant, here upper quadrant, what does it mean? This high, dealing range high, is now on the queue, on the board, on the table. Market is interested about this dealing range high when it came to this deep premium area. when I'm just gonna remove these lines, so be you'll be focused exactly where I'm mentioning the area. Okay, so here, hey, let me actually use this thing as well. Then everything is gonna be like seems like in live. This is a new dealing range, like high and the low, because this low has been taken. New dealing range low, new dealing range high. I just don't know, is it going to keep falling, is it keep going falling, or is it going to go higher to take that buy side liquidity? So what should my expectation? First expectation, how far it can go until here. When it came here, I'm looking for sell. I'm not bullish, remember, I'm selling. I'm interested to keep selling, keep selling. Here, it came here, again selling. Came here, it means no more sell is valid. No more sell is valid. If it go to this dealing range high, upper quadrant level, no more sell is valid. Instead of that, I will look for this dealing range high. Okay, now let's say what happened in this market. Market went higher, went higher, went higher, until where? Until this dealing range high. Okay, so there it came here. When it came there, or wherever it came, actually the highest high, and then started to retrace. We'll see that actually. Yeah, I think this is the area where market started to retrace, right? So I'm gonna mark the high of that dealing range. I'm gonna mark the high of this dealing range, new dealing range. What is my expectation? This high. Until this high is not taken, I'm bullish. This high is the dealing range high. This is the low that is protected. New dealing range. I'm not gonna accept this market to come to this area. If it come here, it means it's gonna be consolidation, because the big dealing range telling me go for that high. This high is on the queue. Go for that high. The dealing range has told me that. Now, smaller dealing range should follow the bigger, the parent dealing range. It should follow that. How is it? It is going to follow. It is maximum going to trade this equilibrium, but most probably it is going to trade here. Will keep going higher. Take that dealing range high. This is the best case of scenario. So every time it is falling and trading some kind of bullish period, I'll look for the buy. But brother, it is falling, it is falling, it is falling. It is a bearish market. No, it's not bearish market. I know this is the maximum line. It can fall, then it will go higher again. Even if it go bit below, which is acceptable, it should never come here. If it come here, gonna be consolidation, long consolidation, because I'm using the 4-hour chart. So let's see what happened. This market is falling, 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 and falling, 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 and came here. Okay, falling, falling, and it started to go higher again. When it started to go higher, I'm gonna switch my new dealing range from this how to say that, like parent, children, grandchildren. Okay, this is the grandchildren. I'm gonna mark the low here, because it failed to come to this deep discounted area. I'm gonna mark this low of the new dealing range here. I'm not care, I don't care about this high now. I'm more interested about that high. The new dealing range over here, what should it do? If you find any kind of FBZ around this area to this new dealing range, any kind of bearish FBZ around this area, that is the best area to take the buy. This is the gap here. It is the gap, best area to take the buy. This best inverse gap. This candle has validated this as inverse gap. Tap to this area. How long? Until this equilibrium, because it can start to fall from here lot of time. So you are not sure that what is going to happen. But until here, you're safe. Where it should go, at least the deep discounted area. To confirm that, I'm gonna go for that. At least until this deep discounted area. That's gonna be the confirmation. And then it can simply keep going higher and clear this buy side liquidity. There is nothing wrong. If it do that, that is the best case of scenario. What happened? Market started to go higher, and then came here. So I'm now confirmed these highs are taken, not the dealing range high, the main dealing range high, not that one, just this one. I'm now confident to go for this buy. I'm sure that it is going to be taken. If it keep going higher, best case of scenario. If I see it started to retrace, then I'll look for this new dealing range. Okay, let's see what is happening. And then market went higher a bit, and then I saw this is happening over here. It is happening. I'm gonna move high again over here. Look, I'm not moving it here. From here, I'm not moving it. I just moved it from here to here, and now I'm keeping it here because this is the dealing range low right now. No other dealing range low. It came here. How far it can maximum retrace? Equilibrium. If it come to this low, it's gonna be long-term consolidation. Long-term consolidation. Please rewatch this part one more time. Dealing range is gonna be like drinking water to you. It's gonna be like a drinking water to you. I promise you, brother. Okay, here it should not come to this area. If it come here, it's gonna be long-term consolidation. How far it can maximum fall? This area is the best area for the reversal to clear this dealing range high, not the mother high, not the parents high, the children high. Okay, like above this high. Maximum fall here should not touch this line. But see, I'm bullish, I'm bullish, I'm bullish. Okay, so it came here, failed to trade this area. Now it started to retrace again. What I'm going to do, I'm gonna move this low now to this area and gonna look for any kind of bullish fair value gap, sorry, bearish fair value gap. The same thing I looked here, remember? Gonna look for the same thing over here to see if it can provide me any kind of buying opportunity until the equilibrium, around the equilibrium. If it doesn't, I don't need to take the entry. But if it provide me, that's an opportunity to trade equilibrium, partial, upper quadrant, target profit. Didn't provide me that. You can see the gap is aligned with the equilibrium and the 50, I mean the lower quadrant. So of course I can't take the trade. The valid, it's going to be validated when it is going to close above this inverse gap, and that means I'm going to lose the opportunity to take the partial to the equilibrium. So there is no opportunity. So I'm going to use this quadrant level, the high and the low. I'm going to expect this coming from this area. Okay, what has happened? And it came here, new dealing range. So what is it should do? It should keep going higher, clear that high. Remember, this high is important to me. It should keep going higher and take that high. If it starts to reverse, then I will look for that single high, and then we'll start to look for the equilibrium and the lower quadrant again. We'll expect market is not going to go for that lower quadrant. If it come to this lower quadrant, it's gonna be the consolidation. If it doesn't come to this lower quadrant, equilibrium is gonna be traded and market will keep going higher. Remember where it is coming from this big dealing range. That big dealing range has told me that after coming here to the upper quadrant, I'm gonna go for this buy or this dealing range high. Okay, so from here what happened, like, oh, okay, so I think this is the last area. So right now market has cleared that high. What should it do? Should keep going higher and take that buy side liquidity over here, new this dealing range. Okay, these highs should be cleared by the run. Now suddenly you have seen, after clearing this new dealing range high, market started to retrace again. Just for the sake of this conversion, you saw it is retracing. What you are going to do, this low will be the same area, the high is gonna be here, and you will start to look for that same 50% maximum. How far it can maximum fall? 50%. Best area, tap here, keep going higher, clear that high. Best area from here, maximum here, can't come here. Come here means this, this, and finally take that low, that dealing range low, not the extreme low, just that dealing range low. Okay, and then we'll look for that. If it doesn't come to this dealing range lower quadrant and maximum here, what I am going to do, I'm gonna mark this leg again. If it come to this area, for example here, I'm gonna look this dealing range, and we'd love to see there is some sort of inversion fair value gap. If I got that, my buy is gonna be from there, stop loss below this dealing range low, partial, target, not this high, the upper quadrant target. What market should do? Should keep going higher, take that buy side liquidity. If it doesn't do that, come here, start to retrace again. I'll move this area from here to here again. We'll look for the same thing. We'll keep doing this thing, man. Is this dealing range clear to you? I just don't have any more idea if there is any more way to make this much more easier to understand. This is the best thing I can do for you to make the dealing range. This dealing range is everything. If you can understand this dealing range, you understand this market 100%. Simple. The bias, the everything is, it's like easy to peasy, easy to peasy, easy to peasy. Entry is different. You will just use the higher time frame point of interest, lower time frame confirmation. That's all. but the dealing range where the market is reaching for, how far it can fall, and when from exactly from where it will start to reverse, everything is in this price action. I'll go to the 15-minute chart just for the sake of this conversation, for you guys to understand a bit more here. All of this price action, all of this price action is inside this dealing range. Now from this low to this high, all of this price action, see this price action is inside that price action, is in this dealing range. I'm gonna show you the dealing range one more time from the 15-minute chart. So all of this price action, right, all of this price action here is inside this dealing range. So I'm gonna go for this dealing range high, this dealing range low. Market came to this upper quadrant, gonna move it from here to here. How far this market can maximum fall? Upper quadrant means this high is on the queue. Upper quadrant means this high is on the queue, not the low. New range, maximum fall until this equilibrium should not come over here. Came here, gonna move the dealing range from there to there. We'll start to look for some sort of inverse gap which is aligned with this lower quadrant level. Gonna mark it here. When the body is gonna close above this, gonna take the buy here, partial target. Remember, okay? Sorry, not that one. So here. So it came to this new dealing range around here, new dealing range, okay, around this area. It came here, equilibrium came here. What it can do, it can keep going higher and clear that high. Remember, it can just simply keep going higher. After coming here, when it started to retrace, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna move this high from there to there and gonna expect the maximum fall is gonna be this equilibrium, but the best area to reverse is from this deep discounted, deep premium area. So from here or from here, wherever you the deep premium FBZ, it will come here and it will keep going higher. For what? For this by this high, not those highs. This high is gonna come on the queue later. So it's gonna go for those highs over here. Retrace, go higher. Now here it would be the best case of scenario if it could fall a bit more. Just before closing, I'm done. Okay, I'm so sorry for this all information. I just don't have any idea you guys got anything or not, or you're just feeling like, oh, what is this guy talking about? Bullshit. It is what it is talking about. Just before closing, write down on the comment box, is the dealing range is as easy as drinking water to you or not? Because I tried my level best to make it as simple as drinking water. I believe nobody can make this as simple as I have done it here, because I have never seen something much more easier than this. So just please give me the last comment. Do you got it or not? If you don't get it, I will never be able to deliver this to you again. Never be able to do that, because this is the my out of my limit. Okay, this is out of my limit. That's all. If it's clear, let me know. Okay. Awesome. Thanks, Tito. Do you have a psychological or risk management playlist? I don't remember, brother. You have to just watch it. I just don't remember. I'm so lazy. I'm not that much curious about my YouTube channel, to be honest. I just come here in live streaming just to talk to you guys, deliver whatever I feel good to deliver to you. Just I come for that. And what I have built, what type of videos I have, I just don't remember, brother. I'm so sorry for that, man. And maybe some other will be able to help you. Just give a message to the Discord, brother. If there is anything, Mahadi or FL Trader, they will help you. They know better than me. Okay, what we have in this channel, they know better than me. I'm just a guest, kind of guest in this channel. Okay, finally I got it. Big John Viking, awesome. Thanks, Tito. Okay, thank you so much. At least I got some of you to understand this. Finally I got it. Okay, Kuba, thank you so much, man. At least you got it, man. Got it. Great. Thank you, Nish. Nish, thank you, man. We reached the new day opening gap. Ah, man, please don't tell me. Oh, it came here. So this is the best area to look for a selling opportunity exactly from there. The highest up close body close candle is gonna be the order block. So I think that was the order block here. I'm just not mistaken. Let me check. Just let me check. Okay. This is called catching the reaction. Yeah. This is the highest up close body close candle. And if I look for this, remember it's not valid. This candle closed below this order block. Next candle tap to this order block. Entry should be there. Stop loss is gonna be little above this high, a bit above, and the target is gonna be like this sell side liquid or something like that over here, something like that. Okay, but it's not valid here. Please don't get confused. This is inside the lunch hour. It's not valid. I would, if it was inside the lunch, I'm not inside the lunch hour, I would start to look for sell exactly from there, like this way. If it was not inside the lunch hour. Okay, this is clear now. Okay, Dora, thank you. Are you guys really saying that, or you're just saying that you got it? If it is 100% clear, then let me know. Okay. Hey, Jamie, thanks for that penguin, man. Aris got it clear now. Okay, I see that you people are writing it down. Got it clear now. So until now, it was not clear. You should have told me, man. We have SMT. Okay, no trade is valid right now. No market structure. I mean, sorry, reading price action is valid now. Nothing is valid now. Don't look at the chart right now. Let the market trade whatever it wants to do. Come back again around 12:40. Wait for the 12:50 to go for the trade. Start reading price action from 12:40. No trade is valid from this PM session to until uh Friday 8:30 a.m. New York local time. So don't go for the trade, man. Okay, I think it's enough. If anyone needs help, please let me know. I will do my best to assist. Thank you, FL Trader. Yeah, one guy actually asking something. Just ask them to the Discord. I hope they will be able to do that. However, guys, how was like man, how was this picture? Mahdi, did you see this picture, brother? Just before closing, okay, man. I really very. How was that picture, brother? I just took it, man, today. You know, I think that the challenge is to identify the most recent dealing range that is running the market to work according it on. Only practice turns it easy. Yeah, it's true, Jamil. You have to practice it, brother, because my job is to show this to you, because I never mark these dealing range. Whatever dealing range I have or everything, I never look for that. It's something automatically being calculated in my mind. Okay, something you will do that same thing, but at the beginning you have to practice this. So when you will keep practicing, then you will suddenly see that you don't need to mark some kind of FBZ. Your eyes are gonna locked over there automatically. So sometimes when you will see that I push the button on my I take the screenshot and put it to the Discord, you'll see that nothing is marked on my chart. I just push the button because I don't need to mark them. I can identify them. But at the beginning, you have to mark them so that later you can identify them without marking. So practice makes you perfect. I just gave you the idea. Your job is to practice them. Hey Kishore, thank you brother for being over here. But Jamil, I hope that it's gonna help you, brother. And thanks for asking that question, man. And I can see that some of you are right now saying that finally you got this. But yeah, at least you got something. Mahdi, how was that picture, man? Please tell me, FL Trader. How was that picture? This one? I have another one actually. That here somewhere. Remember, a lot of picture I took around the morning. There's an awesome picture actually of a bird. I just don't remember what is that picture. It's cute. I have to just reduct the noise. Then it's gonna be cute. It's so cute. Oh, she's looking at me. However, thank you so much, man. Oh man, I'm professional. Okay, thank you so much. I don't wanna waste your time anymore. See you tomorrow, but make sure that you are not trading today and tomorrow. Wait until Friday 8:30 a.m. Until then, cheers, guys.